You know what? I'm feeling, getting that Grammy feel. You know what I mean? It's coming on shortly. But anyway, fam, let us go ahead. It's part 2 of your Sunday 49er time. You know we can't get enough 49ers, man. You know, I just hate that, like, now that we got this team almost complete, I want to get back on the field and let's see what they got. You know, people still walk around saying, oh, man, if I get 8-8, 7-9. You know what's crazy about that kind of thinking? Honestly, you just watch the kid run off 5 in a row. A lot of people are already calling it luck, and some people are saying they didn't play nobody. I mean, just really silly things. I mean, there was a couple of teams were playoff teams. We're talking about a kid who just came into a most difficult situation and system. He came in and played with people he doesn't know about. And all of a sudden, he's doing all these incredible things, and we're only going to win 7 games out of 16. He won 5 out of 5, and now we can only win 7 games or so. Please. Anyway, subject matter today I want to jump on is this. Cornerback situation, what are you going to do? What are you thinking about that? You can add anything. I'm not limited to you that. But that is, want to hit that first, though, or hit part of that. But cornerback situation is one thing. And then whatever you want to talk about, fam, we're ready to talk about it. By the way, we changed the phone number. So if you're sitting in the app going through the same phone number you were using a little while ago, well, change the phone number and also the PIN number. Listen, if it doesn't work, don't keep doing it. Hang up. And go slow with the procedure, and hopefully it'll connect for you. So they're a little sensitive today. I'm not sure what the problem is, but that's what seems to work. All right. Hey, let's go to the phone right now. Hey, let's go get Dre. Yo, Dre.
Yo, Ronbo, what's up with it, man?
Dre, you know, I'm worried about the cornerback situation like we was talking a few minutes ago, and I enjoyed your share with everybody else what you told me.
All right. So I have a way where we can go get 2 top down the field receivers for the price of about, I'd say, $6 million in free agency. And those 2 receivers are Terrell Pryor. He came and worked out with us this summer, but he wanted $12 million, and Kyle Shanahan was like, "Bro, you smoking crack?" And they sent his ass packing, and he went to Washington, and he got $10 million. But the thing is, he got paid $10 million to I think he had like 20 receptions for like 297 yards. So he's going to be a receiver that runs a 4.2 that you can get and he's 6'3" that you can get a discount at. And he's also a backup quarterback. You know what I mean? He also, went to a national championship with Ohio State at quarterback, just saying. So you're going to be able to get him at a discounted rate. And then we also got Josh Flash Gordon. You know what I mean? He's going to be a free agent, and you're going to get him at a discounted rate because of his past history. You know what I mean? So we're going to give him a chance first, though. And also at a cornerback, I like Patrick Robertson from the Eagles. You know what I mean? He's been to a Pro Bowl before. You know what I mean? 6'1", 6'2". You know what I mean? Veteran. But if we don't get him, man, I like Denzel Ward. Godly, dude runs a 4.2. And the other guy from Iowa that everybody talks about, Josh Jackson. He's nice, but he's more of like a Patrick Ramsey. And he's more like a Ramsey from you know what I'm talking about, from the Jaguars.
Yeah, it's Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah, he's more like a Jalen Ramsey. You know what I'm saying? Josh Jackson's more like a Jalen Ramsey. I don't want that because a fast, shifty guy who can run great routes like Trent Taylor, he's going to have problems with that type of guy. But when you got Denzel Ward from Ohio State running that 4.2, nobody is going to – I mean, he's going to be on you everywhere you go on the field. And him and Ahkello Witherspoon on both sides, oh, boy.
Good coverage.
You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So if anything, we're going to get us an interior offensive lineman in free agency. I know we're going to get a wide receiver in free agency. I know we're going to get a guy coming off the – we're already talking about Ansah from Detroit, you know what I mean? So if we have the ability to in the first round, I'm going to get Denzel Ward, bro, from Ohio State, man. You just got to watch this highlight film.
No, I've been watching Denzel Ward. You know what I'd love to see, Dre?
39 pass breakups, bro. It's ridiculous.
He's like chewing gum on that receiver. You know what I'd love to see, though, Dre? I'd love to see Denzel and Marquise working out. And you could look at 4.2 speed.
Oh, yeah, because they both run 4.2s, right? I want to see who wins that foot race, bro. Hey, I want to see that, bro.
Iron sharpens iron, man.
Man, hey, and you know we got another dude, Raheem Moser. He ran track. He's another guy who ran a 4.2.
I know.
Bro,
That's why
we got 2 dudes on our team who run a 4.2 and who was track stars, and Marquise and Raheem Moser, bro.
Yeah.
They could have been in the Olympics right now type shit.
And did you know that Aaron Burbridge runs a sub 4, right around 4.3 almost? He's like down there too. That's why he was a top gunner too. Yeah, Burbridge, I didn't know he had that kind of speed.
From Michigan State?
Yeah, dude can move, man. I was shocked when I looked up the stat. I think that's why I looked up and saw it. But I said, oh, Burbridge, I didn't know he could run like that. Burbridge just got speed.
Neither, bro. I know he had hands. I seen him make some amazing catches when he played at Michigan State. Oh my God! Because he played with Le'Veon in them. You know what I'm saying? He was there. You know what I'm saying? They had him, Le'Veon, and I forgot the quarterback.
Yeah, that's what everybody did. Everybody did. Bro. That's why he got famous. Look who he had who he throwing to. See?
Right.
He's over in Oakland. That's who it is. Who you're talking about. Okay. He's a backup quarterback in Oakland. What is his name?
Bro. God. I can't remember his name, bro, but you know what I'm saying? He got to ride the gravy train with them 2 workhorses. He had Burbridge and he had Le'Veon. It was all good for him.
It doesn't get any better than that.
But yeah, bro, that's what I think. That I think really that's an educated thing to do at wide receiver, bro. We can get 2 guys for a cheap price, and we really don't even need them. I think if we can get Flash, if we can get Flash, you know what I'm saying? Because he's fresh. He hasn't taken any hits, no NFL hits. He hasn't been injured. He don't even train him for the last 2 years, bro. So he's gonna be fresh. And Terrell Pryor, like I said, we can get him for real treat because you know he made a lot of money and he didn't do shit last year. So you know, comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about that, man. Peace out. I'm gonna be a spectator now.
All right, Drake. Good stuff.
All right, bro.
Yeah, there's Drake. All right, and Sean. Sean's always he's outside because his darling little girl may be awake, and she always likes to get into conversations too. So Sean ran away to get loose. Sean, what's up?
How you doing, brother? How you doing, man?
All right, man. How you doing?
Doing good. Hey, you know, first things first. Whoever is Chris Scholes on your, you know, chat line on YouTube when somebody's talking, whoever that guy is. Yeah. Hey, you want to beat down Razor for, you know, his decision making as a GM? Why don't you get up on here and do what he do? Preparation is not easy.
Good point.
You want to jump on Razor for what he did and for what he said? Holler at Ronbo, man. Get up on there, okay, and become a GM. You want to say the man is ass and his decisions is ass? Get up on here, man. Let's see what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm just saying that, hey, and I've been hard on Razor. Razor's been hard on me. It's what we do. I got you. But if you don't get on there talking that shit, big boy, get on there and you know, be a GM for a show. Let's see what you got.
There you go,
the man, you know, he did some preparations, and I think he did a solid job. It's not easy to go on here and try and make some decisions and see what you can do as a GM. It ain't easy. So, hey, Razor, shout out to you, man. I appreciate what you did. I liked your preparation. You did solid today. I'm proud of you, man.
All right. And Chris, I extend that same invitation. Let me know when you can do better. We will put you up in a heartbeat. But
no doubt.
But Chris knows people want a piece of him so bad. He would get killed. But hey, Chris, you bad? Come on, man. Let me know. And I'll get you set up. I swear to God, it's so fast. All right, John.
Oh, but that was real quick. But hey, man, you know, I said I wanted a cornerback. Right? Ronbo, I still do want a cornerback.
We all do.
But I got to tell you something. And the reason why I jumped on that conversation with Razor is for the simple fact, you know, when I jumped on there, I had somebody in mind about a running back. And he didn't mention it. Nobody's mentioned it. And I'm not going to get on Razor for not mentioning this guy. I think he's the most underrated running back in college. Now, I'm going to say this. If we can get a solid cornerback in free agency, there's a guy that we have to have, Ronbo, and he's a running back, okay? He's a running back. We have to have this guy. He's underrated. His name is Darius Geis.
Oh, you know how I feel about him.
He is a guy that we must have. He is a guy that when Leonard Fournette stepped out and he stepped in, he was a guy that shook the whole stadium when he stepped onto the field. He plays angry. Now, when I say he plays angry, it doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to fucking just run into you. He wants to make you look stupid. He wants to make you look silly. His cuts are ridiculous. There's different types of anger you can play with. This guy is not an angry bulldog. This guy is a guy, he just wants to make you look stupid. He's solid. I mean, this guy's he's rushed for one season, I don't know if it was 2016, for almost 1,400 yards and 16 touchdowns. Last year, I want to say he rushed for like 13 touchdowns and maybe like 1,300 yards or something like that. This kid, Darius Geis, we can't let this kid go, man. We can't let him go.
He's one of my favorite stories.
I'm telling you, we can't let this kid go. Go ahead. I'm going to let you. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, I checked him out, and tell you what, his history is why some of that rage is brewing. And he made a promise as a kid to his family after that terrible situation in his life. And I've said that kind of history in a kid's life, he grows up, he's got a huge chip on his shoulder you cannot measure. I already said if we could get Geis, his projection is too high. They say we'll never get him. But
top 20. He's a top 20 projection. He's a top 20 projection. See? It could happen, Ronbo. We don't have to look. We can do something solid in free agency. We don't have to reach in the draft for a corner. We can get a veteran corner in free agency. It's possible. We can make it happen. Yeah. We can make it happen. Okay. We have to get this kid Darius Geis. We have to, man. I'm telling you. Last year, I was all over Christian McCaffrey. We didn't get him.
I know.
Christian McCaffrey is a guy. Now people are like, yeah, his numbers aren't that great. Yeah, but he was a decoy. He allowed people to do other things. Christian McCaffrey, this year coming in, he's going to be solid. But fuck that, he's a Panther. But you know what I'm saying. Darius Geis is the guy we have to go for if we can get a solid free agent cornerback. Now, if we can't do that, then it is what it is. We're going to have to go into the draft, and we're going to have to get a corner. But my mind is set on we have to get this kid Darius Geis, Ronbo.
I like him.
I'm rooting for Darius Geis like I was Christian McCaffrey last year. That's how high I'm on this kid right now. That's how high I'm on this kid right now, Ronbo. Man, I'm telling you.
I agree. I found out about Darius last week, and I just read his whole story, and I said, oh, my God. Get this kid to Santa Clara.
He runs a 4-3, Ronbo.
Yeah, I know.
He runs a 4-3.
I watched
you imagine him and Breda? Good God Almighty.
Yeah.
Oh man. I'm just telling you. I'm really high on this kid. Yes, I want a corner, but if we can get a solid corner.
It's gonna be
free agency.
Yeah.
If we can get a solid corner free agency. And Shanahan's game it relies on the run. The run game opens everything up for Kyle Shanahan.
Absolutely.
We need Geis. I'm just saying. I know people don't like to go first round running back. I know people don't like that. It's too much danger to go for running back in the first round. We need Darius Geis.
Sean, you know what? You get your hopes up on that because Kyle said, he is not allergic to picking up running backs early in the draft if he sees one he likes. So you never know. But the thing is, if you see Carlos Hyde re-sign, this is what everybody's got to wait for in free agency. If Carlos doesn't sign, game on. If Carlos signs, well, then they're going to settle with what they got in camp. So
that's true. That's true. But if Carlos is gone, he's gone.
Yeah.
We get a solid free agent cornerback.
Yeah.
Darius Geis has got to be the guy.
There you go.
He's got to be the guy. Man.
Sean, let me see you.
Over and out.
Thanks, Sean.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Sean.
Yes, sir.
Sean, funny. Darius, man. I like Darius, too. I liked him as soon as I read about him. Let's go to, let's see. Are we going to Sacramento? 916 Sac with Tomato. Hello. Now, Sacramento, come in, Sacramento. I don't know your name. Hello. 916. Hello. Hello, Sacramento. By the way, guys, let me remind you, if you just want to listen to the program, you can listen without calling into the show. If you want to add something to the program, go ahead and do that. Otherwise, we're going to hang you up. And you can listen to on the speaker system on your phone. Go hard. What's up, man?
What up, Ronbo?
Yeah. Yeah, Go Hard. We're sitting here worried about. Everybody's been talking about the corners. Remember, Go Hard. I'm the one who comes in Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I've been crying about getting somebody on the edge, but I notice I'm getting outnumbered. So I said, okay, well, let's attack the cornerback situation. Because Raymond said the other day, he says, Ronbo, you talk about edge rushers, man. Where you gonna get your corner from, man? You ain't going after Tremaine Johnson. If you can't get a hold of this dude, where you going to get your cornerback from? I says, he's got a good point. I guess we go draft one and take a chance. So,
yeah.
What do you think, Go Hard?
Man, I was never too big on the Tremaine Johnson dude. When everybody was really hyped up over him, I'm just like,
you were right too.
Everybody seeing this dude, man. Like I went and pulled up his highlight tape, and I'm like, I didn't see nothing spectacular. He looked like he could be a serviceable number 2. Like I would rather have a Kilo, rocking with that number 1 receiver everywhere over him. But
yep.
Man, just looking at the free agency candidates, I mean, there's really not too many people that fit the size and the build, what they're looking for in the scheme. I would say guys like Prince Amukamara interest me. And
how tall is he?
One more. He's about 6 feet, 6'1" possibly, but I know he's one of the bigger, more aggressive DBs out there right now in the free agency.
Yeah.
And there was one more. I can't even remember who he was, but he was another. I think it was a 6-foot dude. I can't put my thumb on his name right now. But I'm not looking in that direction at all. I don't think we need to sign somebody like I went over this a couple times. Like, yeah, well, maybe it would be good to keep a veteran, somebody who's been around for a couple years, just to let him ride out another year with the Kilo. And and I was just like, I don't know, because I seen Akilo develop in the middle of the season, and he caught on pretty fast.
I know.
And I really think with the scheme, I mean, they really have 1 or 2 assignments. It's either going into zone or they're in man. And basically when they're going into that 3-deep cover zone, they're just basically playing deep like a safety. So it's really not that difficult is what I'm trying to say for them to pick up the scheme. And as long as they got pressure, I think anybody can look cool. So I really think we can go into the draft, and it doesn't have to be a first-round dude like Joshua Jackson. I don't think we need to really take a leap into getting somebody that early in the draft, because I still don't think he's top 10 material. Like I said, when I was looking at him, he was projected in the 2nd round, so I was never really that high on him. But I think we can plug in dudes like second-round dudes like Carlton Davis, like I had said before, out of Auburn. His coach had real high words about him, saying, he followed the number 1 receiver in every game they played, and he was up to the challenge. Even other guys like in the 3rd round that we can possibly pick up, like Christian Campbell out of Penn State. This past week, Pro Football Focus had him rated out the best DB with, I think it was 7 incompletions during the one-on-one drills and things getting ready for the Senior Bowl the other day or whatever, Reese's Bowl or whatever that was that just passed. And he's coming into this draft getting a lot of clout, and even dudes like there's a lot of corners that we can pick up in the 3rd and the 4th, and another guy that I had my eye on was DJ Reed out of Kansas State, another bigger guy. He was a special teams ace as well. He was averaging about 15 yards per kick return. He had 2 touchdowns on kickoffs. He's a bigger guy. He's 6'1", 190 in that range, but they had him playing in the slot, but that just shows how athletic he can be. Put him on the corner, put him on the edge. You know what I mean? I want a big guy, but I also want a big guy like Akelo, not like a caller had brought up Tavares McFadden. He was one of the very first dudes I was looking at, but he's more of a big, bulkier, slow, can't flip the hips, can't really be athletic. So they got to be big, they got to be long, but they also got to be good with their feet.
And agile.
These are the guys I'm looking in towards.
Yeah. And that's why Kello's excelling so quickly. Because you pointed out earlier, you wonder how come guys like Kello caught on quickly. What we're going to eventually understand is Kello, his talents are quite a bit above average more than anybody knew. He's not only catching on, Kello's starting to rewrite the book on that position. He did some things last year that didn't make any sense for a rookie. After about 3 or 4 weeks, I said, you know what, Kello, is catching on kind of quick, ain't he? And he progressively gets better. Now, if we can find another Akello, it will be lucky, Go Hard. I got a feeling.
Yeah. That's one in a million. You know, right after we drafted him, I was one of the guys who critiqued his physicality, but I also said this guy's got all the potential and all the tangibles to be a lockdown number one corner, and I think that's what we're going to see from this man in the future, man. He's got the prime time skills. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all on him whether to take it to the next level, and I really think he's going to take it to the next level.
That's it. Passing on Akello is going to become more and more dangerous, and starting next year, because we're talking about the guy who had, I think was he one of the best in the nation coming out of school as far as pass breakups? So
deflections, yep.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens to him. But he'll get another one of those. But I like the guys you mentioned because they're in the second and third round. See, that's where the 49ers, because I don't know what they say is a priority. You and I and a lot of people think cornerback is probably where you ought to be in the first and second round, right? But you know the 49ers, they got the scouts out there, and they're going to come up with some names and people that we're going to say, damn, who is that? And then all of a sudden, boom. You know, because I didn't know about George Kittle. I didn't know about Trent Taylor, although they're huge. But, that's so we'll see.
Yeah, and that was my little take on the cornerbacks, man. That's all I wanted to call it in the show today. I was like, we got back-to-back shows tonight. I'm calling both of them motherfuckers.
Because normally we're going to do Saturday, we're going to do the GM and Sunday. But, this week we did it this way. But, yeah. Hey, appreciate you, Go Hard. You know that.
Long, Ronbo. We waiting on the next one, baby.
Take Go Hard. And it's like we got to have you on a program this time, man, because I know you'd be an incredible GM. I'm telling you, Go Hard. I'm bothering you about that for the next 2 or 3 weeks.
I'm working on putting something together for sure, definitely.
All right, Go Hard. Appreciate you, bro. Talk to you later.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And Kenny, man, look at Kenny, man. How comfortable does Kenny look, man? I mean, the dude is. We woke him up. Hey, Kenny, man, are you going to be able to address us here? We're going to let's get to Kenny before he passes out and does a Nighthawk on us and starts snoring on his phone. So,
What's up, Ronbo?
Yeah. Cornerbacks, Kenny. Because Raymond has had me buzzing since the last week he hit me with that question. Because Raymond, he did that to me because I'm always crying about, get me a rusher, man. Give me somebody off the edge. I want a body off the edge. Raymond say, Ronbo, man, you talking about them dudes, man. What you going to do about your cornerback? You can't get one off free agency. Where you go get it? And then I said, damn. Otherwise, we got to put you-know-who back on the corner next year. Can you imagine that, Kenny? Ooh. So,
Keep Talib, baby.
Yeah, I like that. He's 31, though, isn't he? Is he 31? I didn't know Talib was that old.
Man, I'm upset right now because I've been talking for weeks and weeks about getting Razor on a show, and during the show, I'm up on the roof cleaning out our gutters. So I missed half the show.
Well, you can still watch. You just watch from the beginning. It's it's online. It's right there on YouTube.
I had a question for him too. I was gonna ask him who, if Shanahan decided to get an offensive coordinator, who he would hire. So. Oh,
wow! Hey, Razor, man, I'll try to remember to ask him that. That's a good question because that's that question that nobody wants to. Some of us don't want an OC that's going to be out there calling plays. If he's going to take some of the hard labor off of Kyle, okay. But when it comes to game time, I'm one of the people who wants the best out there calling and play calls. Because Kyle Shanahan is scary when it comes to dissecting the defense and making the right calls. But that other work might be dragging him down. But go ahead.
I do like his pick, Saquon Smith, though. And the reason I like it is because it makes sense. I mean, it's one of the for sure picks in this draft, and he's just a really good player, and he's a for sure good player. So he said he'd get rid of Eli Harold, and I mean, the Bills. That's my team I'd trade back with too. They got the 21st and 22nd pick.
If you can get one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because what would you be giving up?
What's that?
What would you give up to get that pick? I mean, you're gonna have to give up what? I found we got 2 third-round picks that are very close together.
No, I mean, if we trade back, that's the team I'd trade back with.
Oh, trade back. I'm saying I was thinking trade up, trade back. Yeah, with the Bills, wouldn't it be nice? Give them 10 for 2.
Yeah.
I wonder. They might attempt to do that actually, because the Bills may want a QB. I don't know if you can still get one at number 10 though. The best ones are going to be gone.
Like I said, there's a bunch of free agent quarterbacks that are going to be available. So, I mean, there's a buttload of them.
Keep forgetting that. And good ones, too.
Yeah, and some of them teams in the top 10 are going to be probably the ones talking to the Buffalo Bills. So, after they get a free agent quarterback, there's no reason to draft one. So,
you know, good point, Kenny, because you know what? A lot of people cannot afford some of these free agent quarterbacks coming up like Alex Smith and Kirk Cousins. There's a couple of more guys, actually.
And expect the Eagles to try to get up in the top 10, too, trying to trade Nick Foles. So
that's it. Nick Foles. Also, you got 2 guys coming out of Minnesota. All 3 of those guys aren't staying in Minnesota, and all those are high-level quarterbacks. You're right.
Alex Smith.
Sam Bradford. Bridgewater.
Sam Bradford.
Because I think they're going to keep Keenum and probably draft a quarterback to back him up. Yeah, that's right. Now, there's a lot of quarterbacks in free agency. I'd forgotten about that. And if Nick Foles wins the Super Bowl, actually, Carson Wentz needs to be concerned about his future. You know, really, that'd be funny. Carson, we're sorry, but you're going to have to back up Nick for the next year or so. What? What are we going to do? He won a Super Bowl. Everybody loves him. Well, trade me. Okay, fine.
He's going to have value, though. He's already got value because he's in the NFC Championship.
Nick, and he looked awesome last week, right? So you know what? You're right. He is gonna. They're gonna trade. I'm just kidding. They're gonna trade Foles, but I mean, wow, man, you're gonna have to give up something for Foles. So yeah. Yep. But anyway, what else you thinking, Kenny?
No, I'll probably fall asleep listening to the show playing again. So
all right.
Since I missed half of it.
All right, bro. Well, at least those gutters are clean, so you got that done.
Yeah.
Look what
that's all part of owning your own home. You can't call a landlord. So
yeah, I know, right? You gotta get out there and do that hard work yourself. Wait till the plumbing starts calling you. You're gonna love that, Kenny. All right, man.
It already is.
You'll love it, Kenny. I'm telling you. Hey, Kenny, I'm gonna tell you what. I'm looking for you tomorrow night in Raw if you're not working on that plumbing, man. Okay.
All right, man.
All right, Kenny. Have a good night.
Good night.
And let's go. Hey, let's go. We're going to George.
Ronbo.
George.
How you doing? What's going on? On my Niner faithful and on my Niner fans, Niner Empire.
Yeah, and delighted too, George. Well, George.
Yes, sir. I am.
George, listen, George. We got a cornerback situation. I'm collecting tonight. Any ideas? What do you think is going to happen with that?
Ronbo, I know everyone wants a cornerback, but they want some defense. But I'm going to keep preaching that our number one priority should be to keep Jimmy Garoppolo on his feet. And, you know, Ronbo, the best ability is availability.
That's right.
So I think we got to get him. We got to get him a fresh guard, a fresh center, or something that's going to be here. You know, he's going to play for us for the next 5 years. So I'm thinking maybe we can get Bradley Boozman. Have you heard of him? From Alabama?
Was it an offensive lineman?
Yeah, he's a center.
Oh, the center. What's his name again?
But his name's Bradley Boozman. He's 6'5", 315 pounds. He's played 2 seasons with Alabama, so you know he's Nick Saban groomed.
Yeah, that's a good thing too.
So that means,
you put him at the center position, huh?
He's NFL groomed.
At the center position?
Yep, and we can probably get him maybe around maybe in with our second rounder, with our pick number 59. I'm thinking with our Saints pick, maybe hopefully he drops, you know, because all the hype is on Nelson and you know McGlinchey and Connor Williams. So I'm thinking maybe that way we can use our first round pick on a cornerback or just defense, whatever you guys like. You know what I'm saying? But my biggest concern is keeping Garoppolo safe, keeping him throwing. You know, we got to give him more time to throw balls because I really do think that Trent Taylor is going to have a breakout season next year. I think he's going to be a sleeper. What do you think about that, Ronbo?
I can see that. Yeah, Trent Taylor showed me too much in his first year. Next year, you're right. I look for him to be off the hook next year, especially with better chemistry build between him and Jimmy G. They made a couple of mistakes this year, and you knew it was chemistry. Next year, that won't be an issue. So, yeah.
And just imagine if, you know, he has fresh legs up there and he has more time to throw the ball. It's going to be great.
Trent Taylor's going to prove that a lot, though, too.
Ronbo, if I could just say this real fast, my biggest concern with us is I want Garoppolo to play a full year. I want us to like, you know, I want us to grow next year, because if he gets injured, we're going to be in
trouble.
You know, back to step one.
You know?
Yeah. So everyone, you know, everyone, please slow it down with the defense and all that, because that's very important. But I think Garoppolo is even more important.
That's true.
Like everyone, we all know he's the guy, so we got to make sure that the guy's not touched, because if he is touched, we could be the Eagles, we could be the Packers, and I don't want that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a scary thing. But
so, you know, I think that we got to go, or I think that has to be our first move. Our first move is just making sure that Garoppolo is taken care of. You know, I hear a lot of, you know, I'm hearing the show, and I know a lot of people like Denzel Ward. You know, he's not my type just because he's under like 6 feet, but I know he is special. That you know, that's the rumor about him. You know, he is from Ohio State, and he does have charisma, and he does have attitude. He is gonna bring that to, you know, he could bring that to, you know, for us, for our defense. But I think we could probably still try to get like Bradley Chubb with our first pick.
It'd be nice. Be nice. I got to tell you though, George, you know what? Look out for the 49ers as far as they're going to, for what the reason you said about protecting Jimmy Garoppolo. Look for the 49ers to go hard to the wall for finding a guy that's already got experience to play that offensive line. Yeah, they're not going to want to go to the draft. If they do go to the draft, they're going to get a kid they can groom and train. Nobody, I can promise everybody right now, nobody's going to move Kilgore off that center position, not this year. Maybe challenge next year, but he stays.
Yeah, and then I think with that first round pick, we definitely have to get some defense. And you know, it's the funny thing. A lot of people are hearing you guys talking about Davenport. You know, Alex Kappa for the senior board practices. They said that he was locking him up. So I mean, there goes a linebacker that you guys, you know, a lot of people were hyped on, and offensive line was already, you know,
locking him up. I was watching those drills. They had a few big time attackers getting locked up. I don't know who that one offensive lineman is, but I want him. He was taking some of the most vicious defenders and just steering them out the way with no problem. So, you know. So, you know, I don't know, Ronbo. Everything's in the air. You know, you never know what happens. One thing, too, is, I know I heard someone saying, like, what picks did we have? So, obviously, round 2, we have pick 59, and then round 3, we have, we do have those back-to-back, and it's 70 and pick 74. George, we're going to stop there. George, let me see the ball night on Raw, okay?
Sure.
Go
Niners.
Appreciate you, George. Have a good night. And we move out to Boise, Idaho. Hello, Boise. Hello, Boise. We're calling Boise. Hello. Sometimes, I guess it takes a little while for us to get to you sometimes, and people like walk away and, hello, Boise. Boise, Idaho. We're calling you, Boise. We don't know your name yet. Hello.
Oh, is this me?
Yeah, that's you. Because I think you're the only guy in Boise. What's your name?
It's Chef.
Chef?
Yeah.
Chef, why are you in Idaho? I didn't know you were in Idaho. Chef, we never wrote your name down, though. What's up, Chef?
What's up?
Yeah.
Hey, I need to clarify something, Ronbo.
Okay.
Right? You hear all this talk about Josh Gordon, right?
Yeah.
Well, he's an exclusive rights free agent. Now, let me explain that.
Okay.
So what this means is that Cleveland can offer him a veteran minimal contract, a 1-year contract.
Mm-hmm.
He either accepts it or retires.
Ooh.
So he can't sign with anyone else. So he's not going to anyone else via free agency. So if we want him, we're going to have to trade for him. And Cleveland, they like him a lot. So they want like a 2nd-round pick for him. So just like to clarify, anyone that was like, oh, we should get Josh Gordon for cheap. It's not going to happen through free agency.
I've been telling people, so I didn't know what you said, but I knew there's no way. I said, Cleveland is not stupid. They can do dumb mistakes, but they know to let Gordon walk is ridiculous. So, you know, I knew that wasn't going to happen anyway. But from what you're saying, now we can be sure it's not going to happen. So, yeah we can move on from Josh Gordon.
Way he's going to hit the market.
Yeah, I knew it.
had something else I was going to talk about. I forgot that. I don't know. What's up, Ronbo? What are we talking about?
Well, we're working on cornerbacks. There's some concern about what are we going to do with the corner. I think the biggest scary thing is if we don't find a corner, does that mean Dante Johnson's going to be standing over there again next year?
Cut his ass, man. He gets beat way too much. Anyone but Johnson. Anyone.
I mean, really. I mean, Jimmy Ward would have to play it. I mean, but that's what they don't want. That's what we don't want to see. We don't want Ward over there either because he's not actually for this system, not at corner. So, the hunt goes on, and it seems like Josh Jackson, although everybody thinks he's the next Jalen Ramsey type, but you know what? That's what is required in this system. So, that's what the question is tonight. What do you do with the corner spot?
You know what? I don't think there's a corner worthy of the number 9 or 10 pick, but my favorite thing to happen would be trading with Buffalo. Getting those 2 first-rounders.
Mm-hmm.
And if we can get either, I'd rather have Joshua Jackson because he's tight.
Yeah.
And just his ball skills. But if we can get either, what's his face, the guy from Ohio State, Ward. If we can get Ward or Joshua Jackson in that late teens, early 20 range, that'd be perfect. If not,
Ward,
there's guys there's Jair Alexander from Louisville, guys like that. That dude from Auburn, there's a lot of good corners in this draft, and you don't have to spend an early pick on one. Hit, example, Witherspoon.
Yeah. 3rd round. Yeah.
But we'll get a corner this year if it's either via free agency, picking up Fuller, maybe Johnson, or through the draft. But we're gonna get a corner, and problem's gonna be solved. But without the pass rush, none of that matters.
See, you and me know. See. That's what I've been trying to talk about. We need a corner. I said, we need a pass rush, okay? But I got stepped over, and everybody's talking about getting a corner. I said, you get a corner, he's going to get fried just like bacon, just like everybody else that goes out there because the pass rush, quarterback's got too much time. The wide receiver will win that fight 90% of the time. I don't care if it's Richard Sherman or not. So, yeah. And that's why Sherman's famous, because of that ridiculous pass rush the Seahawks had. So, yeah.
You can get to the quarterback. That's a corner's best friend. Look at the Eagles. Their corners aren't good, but that pass rush.
It's scary.
That pass rush is going to give them a chance against the Patriots.
And
you know what? That's what I think we'll have to do.
Yeah.
Address the pass rush and the corner position, but pass rush is key. Without if you don't win in the trenches, you don't win the game.
What's that monster they got in the middle in Philadelphia? What's his name?
The corner?
No, I'm talking about pass rush. That perennial killer that they have right in the middle, and he's surrounded by killers. He's the one who we accused of hitting Alex Smith, or hitting Joe Staley in the eye when we played.
That guy. I think that's Tito Alonso.
Right? No. I'm talking about the Eagles. This is actually, they found out later it wasn't intentional or something like that. Anyway. This is what I mean. I want to see the 49ers have a pass rush that scares people like the Eagles pass rush. I mean, I thought CJ was going to end up in the hospital that day. So, this is the thing I mean. We got to have more intimidation coming from that pass rush. And then quarterbacks got to watch out for their life instead of watching downfield all the time. That's my thing. So.
I don't know. We need Solomon Thomas to step it up, too.
Way up.
If you give him the full training camp, we'll see how he does. I think he'll be one of those players that blows up.
I agree.
Chef, Defoe, there's no way.
Yeah, I know, right?
They're going to be able to overlook this man.
Got to have a pass rush from the edge, though. Chef, we're going to get this tomorrow, man. Let me say goodnight to you and see you tomorrow, all right?
All right, peace, Ronbo.
Peace, bro. And let's go back to Sacramento and see. Hello, Sacramento. Sacramento, calling Sacramento, 916. All right, let's go. Wait a minute, I hear a voice. Did Sacramento say something? Hello.
Hey, Ronbo, it's me, Sheik.
Yeah, okay, with Sacramento's saying, hey, Sheik, come on in, man.
I'm also from Sacramento, Ronbo.
Yeah. No, but we know who you are. We got you. Oh, okay.
Oh, it's on you?
Yeah.
All right, let's take the call, man. Go Sacramento.
All right, well, we're back to you, Sheik. Yeah, what is your name?
Ronbo. What's happening?
Yeah. Shucks, man. Cornerbacks and what to do about it. Hey, but what is your name?
My name is Derek, bro.
Derek?
I listened to your show for about a year.
Thanks, Derek. Man, it's a pleasure to meet you, too, man. Well, Derek, as I say, we have a guy out in Virginia. His name is Tony. Hit me up last week because I was running around there talking, I need a pass rusher. Give me a pass rusher. And Tony
need a pass rusher. I totally agree with old boy
Raymond.
You was talking to him at the line. He makes a good point. If we don't have a pass rusher, it don't matter who we have as a cornerback. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A cornerback can't guard a receiver more than about 3-4 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't have a pass rusher getting pressure to the quarterback, then
he's gonna lose.
They're gonna be cutting us up on the field. You know what I mean?
I know, because I've been crying about that forever. That's why I'm looking at guys like Ziggy. But everybody says Ziggy ain't Ziggy can't help you none. He ain't gonna be out there long enough. I said, you know, well, find me a pass rusher, please, from the edge. Oh.
Yeah, hopefully we can find somebody in free agency. I don't think they're letting old boy go from Dallas.
No,
I think they're gonna franchise tag him.
They got to. That'd be crazy.
They're gonna give him his money, or they're gonna tag him. And I don't really see anybody open in free agency. We probably have to grab somebody from the draft. But I like the guy from Tennessee. He's nice.
Which one? Edge rusher?
I can't even think of it. The pass rusher from Tennessee, yeah.
They had one last year. Bennett. Barrett is Bennett. Yeah, Bennett. Who is it this year?
Clemson, one of the two. I think it's Clemson or Tennessee. One of the two teams, man. But I don't know. I think that's our biggest thing. I say keep our running backs, get rid of Hyde. I like Breida. I'm a big Breida fan.
Poor Carlos. Boy, there's about 3 or 4 people that say good things about Carlos. And I got sympathy for Carlos. He wants to come back and play and be a 49er so bad. I can't even say that, no, because he didn't do enough to prove that he needs to be a 49er. So we're looking at all kind of running backs.
Yeah, he's injury prone. He gets hurt. You know what I mean? We don't really have him for a full season. I mean, we had him this year for a full season, but I think Breida is more elusive. You know what I mean?
Quick.
Every time he's run out, he's one move away from an 80-yarder every time he runs. You know what I mean?
Grab him by his shoestrings. He almost got away.
He said, what now?
I think grab him by his shoestrings. He just, like you said, he's one more step, and Breida is gone with that speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, he's slippery. He's super slippery. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think I like our running back committee. We don't have to see what Joel Williams do. Hopefully he can come in and do something in the camp. They like him, and
they love him.
I was and as far as receivers go, I think Cleveland. I think they know what they're doing with Josh Gordon. Obviously they didn't kick him off the team. You know what I mean? So they like him. You know what I mean? Like if they kept him that long for what he's been doing, you know what I mean? Him messing up. Obviously, they like him enough to keep him around. You feel me?
Yeah, so definitely do.
They're not gonna let him go.
I don't think so. Nah, not even in a trade. Yeah.
I just think he's too much of a he's a beast, man. You know, when he's healthy and he's playing and he gets a quarterback, I think he'll be one of the top receivers. But that's pretty much it, Rambo. That's what I pretty much had to say, man. What do you think?
No, I agree, and I say, you know what? This is why you mentioned how Cleveland's putting in too much time and money. Derek, they have also, I look at Martavis Bryant, also Le'Veon Bell. These teams have bled and cried over these people. They're not going to just let them go. And this is why I'm saying we need to stop. It's not going to happen. And also, even in Dallas, it's not as tight of a situation. I mean, they might let DeMarcus go, but I don't think so. But just for you to say, because now what do they do about the edge? Cowboy fans will be a little pissed off. You can't go too far with letting people go. So, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I appreciate it, man. Keep on doing your thing, man. I see you out here, man.
Thanks,
keep
fam.
Doing your thing, boy.
Appreciate you. Looking for your call anytime, man. We'll be back tomorrow on Red and Gold Radio, okay?
Okay.
All right, Derek. Have a good day.
You too.
Yeah. All right. Let's go back to the Sheik. He too is in Sacramento, as he pointed out. Now you know where to find him.
Town represent.
That's right.
And Toby. Don't forget about Toby.
Look at that. Toby made an appearance. You saw that last week. Toby made a cameo appearance all of a sudden out of nowhere. He's working hard these days, so he doesn't have time. But yeah. But Sheik.
Oh yeah. Well, definitely. Yeah. What's up, Ronbo? What's going on?
Yeah,
nice
you know.
To see that you guys are talking about the cornerback situation.
Yeah, it's just a sad situation. But yeah. But like Derek and I both agree, man. The cornerback situation is not going to improve by putting a new body out there. It's got to be killed from. No. You got to kill that snake at the head. You got to get that quarterback in trouble, and then the corners can look good. Because we didn't have no good corners when Harbaugh was with us. And we led the league in interceptions. Oh, my God, because we had the rush from hell. So, you know.
Yeah, the thing is, those cornerbacks right now in the draft, even in the free agency, are nice to pick up, but when we don't have pressure on the quarterback, they have all time to pick on the cornerbacks, pick on the safety, and they're going to have more time to throw to whoever they want. So we need that pressure. So edge rusher, the pass rusher needs to be filled in. It's like Ziggy Ansah, for example, or I doubt he's going to be available. Lawrence from Dallas, even in picking up someone in the draft. Chubb is not going to happen. I'm sorry, guys, but he's not going to drop.
Yeah, absolutely, no.
But Tremaine Edmonds, I like him, but if we don't, just say we don't pass on, I think what I'm hearing, if you want to get some more picks, I think trading is the best choice for us, Ronbo, to get more picks, maybe get more talent. And like I'm hearing, Miami is interested in getting a linebacker. We should just screw up the Raiders' pick, and they'll take Roquan Smith. That's what they're interested in, and we'll just get Jim Edmonds or even talk to Buffalo and get 2 of their first-round picks, and maybe help, like the other caller said, Ronbo. Maybe we should just fill in with the offensive line and help Jimmy G, and get Price, the center. And maybe another, a wide receiver, maybe a Cortland Sutton, or maybe a defensive end or something. Because if Buffalo has 2 picks, so more picks to Mary. So
20 was it 20 and 20?
Back is the best choice for us, and building. I think free agency. We need to definitely get some vets, leadership, because we have all the young talent right now. So we just need that leadership role to help these guys like Foster to grow up. And put him right next to a wing. Even Solomon T that definitely needs help too. He dropped off, and he needs to pick it up. And Eric Armstead is he's a lost cause, but if he didn't keep coming around, he definitely needs.
But you've heard what the 49ers are saying about Eric though. I don't know if they were quoting Salah or who, but they were saying Eric Reed was just starting to get it before he got hurt. I don't know what he was getting. I mean, I was watching just like you guys, and I was coming over to the dark side as before that happened because I was not seeing any impact on the game from Eric. But I don't know what Salah's looking at, and I guess we'll see what happens to him. But I have a sneaking feeling from what I've read that you will indeed have Eric Armstead in your life, Sheik, next season.
Honestly, there's a lot of the people are like thinking, hey, we should just trade him for a 5th-round pick, get the best valuable, get more picks. Because honestly, he has like a year or 2 left in his contract, so he's become a little bit injury-prone.
Yeah.
But all these guys that are in our team right now definitely need to go hit the gym because it's a long season, guys. You need to definitely bulk up. Because, if you don't, look at Aaron Lynch, just look at him, for example. He's going to get injured or not do anything at all. So we definitely need to be hitting the gym. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. Nice.
But, we'll see. But I think, those 2 cornerbacks right now, Denzel Ward and Jackson, I think they're both kind of dropping off a little bit, but they're like up and down constantly. I think Combine is the time we're going to find out who's the true number 1 because that's what they shoot through show their talent. And like Denzel Ward, he's nice. He always sticks with you. But my question to you, Ronbo, who has the better hands? between those two.
Do it, Jackson and Ward?
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't. I like Ward because I've seen his film, and he's ridiculous when it comes to trying to separate from him. But I think he'd struggle with the bigger wide receivers in the NFL. His athleticism is pretty good, but I think he'd get used in a wrong situation. They'd have to shuttle him out on on a quarterback stance. You don't want probably Denzel trying to stop a tight end or anything like that, because you know how they do. They'll make matchup situations where you'll put the big guy and make sure Ward ends up having to cover him. So I like him for what going downfield. Oh, he is terrible. If I was a wide receiver, I'd elbow him in the head, man, because the dude, you can't get away from him. He is really, he's tenacious. I give him that,
He's going to frustrate a lot of wide receivers.
Yeah.
He's going to be,
he will.
I want to be surprised if he goes 50 stuff or anything. But I also, Ronbo, before I go, my question I had for Razor, and I think you guys, touch base on a little bit. We need to figure out what the future of the wide receiver, because Garcon, he's in his, I believe in his early 20s or late 20s, but Goodwin is there. But it's like we need to find our true talent. Like we don't have to find our number one, but it's like
a younger talent.
Guys, I love Carter Sutton, and I think his stock is rising. So I think we need to look and steal our wide receiver to figure out.
The issue you're going to have with that is if you don't get Cortland Sutton in the first round, you're not going to be able to get him. Will the 49ers take Cortland Sutton in the first round? What are the odds, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe.
Anyways, Rob, I know you have other callers, man, but I appreciate you and appreciate your crew. And tell MC9er if you want to go on a night for find some Persian cats or Persian people. I'll hook them up because I'm full-blooded Persian.
Oh, that dude, he'll be raging, boy. He'll be ready to go.
All right, Rob. Well, hit that like. Shout out to the Heartbound Nation. Toby, welcome to the Heartbound Nation, by the way, and have a good night, guys.
All right, you too, man. Talk to you tomorrow.
Right.
And let's it's Bishop. Hey, Bishop. I know Bishop's got the answer. Bishop knows what we're going to do about a cornerback situation. Bishop.
Can you hear me, Romo?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey.
Are you in the car?
Hey, could you go to another caller real quick? Because I'm kind of...
It's okay. We'll come back. No problem.
My daughter upstairs.
All right.
Okay.
Let me go. Right. Oh, there he is. And Raymond is the man who inspired me for this week's topic because he made me think. The hell are we gonna do about a cornerback? And that's why Raymond, like I told you the other day, man, I'm gonna have to draft me a cornerback, and I may have to put Dante out there to teach him for at least 5 minutes. I'm hoping he can learn enough in preseason so I can send Dante before preseason's over. They send him home. Because that's what they did last year to Jeremy Curley. They let him teach Trent Taylor just enough to fire him. It's a mean business, Raymond.
Dante done, man. Ain't no need to teach nobody that. And I hear everybody, and I've been listening. Shout out to TNT. Shout out to Heart Foundation. Shout out to Razor. I seen his GM. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Kilo Witherspoon, Kawan Williams, Colbert, Tart, Eric Reed, all of those got the same amount of time. Okay? All of those guys got the same amount of time that Dante Johnson has as far as the pass rush. So I don't want to hear that. You can't tell me that. He's just that bad.
Yes.
Okay? You can tell me the pass rush got to get there, and any secondary is going to look bad. So why Kilo Witherspoon rookie self ain't looking bad then? How come Adrian Colbert looking so good?
See, Raymond always gets me.
It's such a big problem. If Dante Johnson can't play.
I can't even argue. See, Yakello did not get fried. Hey, Raymond, wait, Raymond. I have an answer for that, though. Because every OC in the league knew don't bother Witherspoon because that's risky. There's no risk throwing over there on Dante's side. Go to that side. That's got
it. Okay, so they have the same amount of time, though. So they're not going to throw it over there. If they have the same amount of time, is what I'm saying is the pass rush not getting home enough for people, right?
Yeah.
So the quarterback has the same amount of time to scan the field. Why is it so glaringly obvious for him to throw it over there on Dante Johnson's side?
See that?
Why is it not? Okay, Kilo's has the same amount of time. Maybe he's getting torched. pick on him. He's a rookie. Let's throw it over there to the rookie.
That didn't work, though.
Because it's dangerous.
Yeah. See.
Right.
Yeah, I see your point.
You can't keep making excuses like that.
Yeah.
You can't keep making excuses like that.
No.
There's no more excuses, man. You need a rookie over there.
And Raymond,
or somebody
remember,
else. I'll take Kyle Fuller. I'll take somebody. Just
Yeah.
get me a cornerback.
I agree. And
you
remember,
guys can get a pass rusher, whatever. Just get me a cornerback.
Well, yeah. And then you get the pass. But you know what? It's funny because before Rashard Robinson left, I actually thought Dante might be a good cornerback. So, it was about they didn't throw at him. They kept throwing to Rashard because Rashard was having so much trouble. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Holden, they got, I'm telling you, man, when I watch the 49ers play, I mean, I really love the 49ers, man. When I watch them play, you guys, we want to protect Jimmy G. Well, duh, every quarterback in the NFL, if he get hurt, I mean, that season is pretty much over with. Name me one quarterback.
Well, except
Tom Brady
Minnesota.
gets hurt, okay, New England is done. Duh, everybody wants to protect the quarterback. Jimmy G got sacked one time by Jacksonville. It's the worst we're going to see. Jacksonville. Worst we're going to see.
I was
and
going to point that
one
out.
Time.
Yeah, I was going to point that out. Jimmy G, everybody talks about the offensive line like they weren't there, but Jimmy G had games, even after Trent Brown left, that his protection wasn't too bad. It got a little rough in Texas, but Jacksonville was kept contained for the most part.
We're going to get a healthy Trent Brown.
Yep.
We're going to get Garnett back that we already spent a high draft pick on.
Yeah.
We're going to get him back. He better do something. If not, I mean, Jimmy G getting the ball out of his hand quick enough.
Yeah.
So all that, that flips the side of the field, too. We need somebody that could actually play the ball. That's why I want to either Denzel Ward or Josh Jackson. I'll probably take Josh Jackson because of his ball skills. The NFL is throwing the ball 40 to 50 times a game. That's why the quarterback's getting so much money. Instead of so many receivers, you need defensive backs to cover the receivers. That's why I keep saying that. Of course, you need a pass rush. What happens when a guy is throwing the ball quick, though? When the pass rush not getting home, what are you going to do?
Getting fried. Yeah. No, I agree. So, and that's why you need them long dudes like Jalen Ramsey and Richard Sherman and all these. They clog lanes up. The quarterback can't take a shot because he's afraid. So that gives a rush just enough time to get his ass. This is why they want to keep that long dude out there. Yeah.
When you get to talking about the cornerbacks and the defensive end, okay, we have a big problem right there because you can't get two, unless you trade back. But that doesn't make any sense because you want the best player. You want the best player you can get because we are going to the playoffs. I'm just telling you that right now. We are going to the playoffs.
I agree.
So we need to compete when we get in the playoffs. We need the best player we can get that's going to be ready for the playoffs. So I would take the cornerback first if I couldn't get that Virginia Tech guy, man. And that guy film, he looked crazy, man. His closing speed, I'm telling you, man, it's something with that guy. It's like you see a carrot, and when the carrot, the rabbit, and how you the little cartoon when you hold the carrot out from the rabbit, you just start going crazy to try to get it.
Isn't that Marcus?
That's what he looked like.
That's Marcus Davenport, I think.
No, that's the Virginia Tech. I keep forgetting his name.
Oh, Tremaine. Is Tremaine?
Tremaine.
Edmonds. Is Edmonds Virginia Tech? He's Virginia
Edmonds,
Tech.
Yeah. Edmonds.
All right. No,
He looks crazy. Now, if you get him, then you could get that he can be a linebacker, also rotate on the edge that can give you an edge rusher that you're looking for. But I need a cornerback, so that's what I'm saying. You can't get both. So you have to do something right there. You have to do something. Okay, I would take a cornerback and let Cassius Marsh and those guys keep rushing. Maybe Eric Armstead gets some get right, and him and DeForest Buckner might team up and come out of nowhere. You never know.
No.
But I'm really, really concerned about the cornerback because it's nothing like watching Julio and all these guys go crazy on your defense, and then you force for Jimmy G to throw. Now the man is throwing with trying to catch up, and that's a problem sometimes when you're throwing like that because you're throwing the ball in a rush, trying to hurry the score, trying to get back. You make mistakes that way too. So
yep, and because the defense knows exactly.
Yeah, it's big. And I've been looking at the 49ers the last drafts, man. We've been drafting defensive line, offensive line.
I know, every year.
You keep drafting them. That's why I'm like, man, let's get this cornerback because we've been drafting defensive line, offensive line, defensive line, offensive line. Ain't none of these guys panning out or you guys giving up on them.
They need to
Joshua
mature.
Garnett, he hasn't even really played, and Eric Armstead always want to be hurt.
Yeah,
So those are two top picks that we got right there that we wasted.
Raymond, we got to go. Well, Raymond, tell you what, man, I'm looking for you tomorrow night, and hopefully, we have this situation. Also, we'll hear something in the news tomorrow. Raymond, have a good night, bro.
All right, Ronbo, love your show, man. Love what you do, man. Shout out to Ronbo Sports, man. Hit the like button.
Thanks, Raymond. All right.
Go Niners.
Yeah. And let's go to New Jersey. That's Hightown. Heights. Is that a Heights town? Heightstown, New Jersey. 609, hello.
Hello?
Yeah, what is your name?
My name is James. How you doing, Ronbo?
James. Doing all right, man. We're just sitting back here contemplating what to do with the cornerback situation. Because, the cornerbacks is, man, where do you get a cornerback from that's in free agency? Kind of hard to look there. And always a draft is always a 50-50 thing. So, that's the worry thing right now.
Yeah. Right. I would say I would go with the last caller, Raymond.
Mm-hmm.
Get a corner. Maybe Josh Jackson. Maybe Denzel. Because I want a cornerback that can that can hit and can cover.
Tough combo.
Because Denzel Ward, that man, you seen his highlight tape, that man can hit and cover.
Cover more. Denzel, if I'm a wide receiver, I'm mad all game long. Because no matter what I do, Denzel's right there. So I do like him. He is good. God, he's good at coverage. So, yeah, I agree.
And another one, defensive line. I want to go defensive line, too. Because I know we've been going defensive line for the past couple years, but, I'm looking at that guy, what's his name? Marcus Davenport.
Davenport, yeah.
That guy's something else, man.
I know. Somebody said he got locked up, though, in the highlight reels. Well, actually, the Senior Bowl, they said the offensive lineman was locking him up. I got to go look into that. I don't know what they mean by that. Did he lose every time in the drills, or did he just lose here and there? Because, they're not going to win every time on the drill. So
Right. I think when I was watching it, he got I think he got the first sack of the game, I believe, something like that.
See, to me, that's impressive. I like him. I liked him the first time I seen him. He's tall,
add
too.
some more height to that D-line, man. 6'7". Well, you got Eric, you got Defoe, Marcus. Marcus can block down balls as much as Defoe.
Can you imagine that 6'7" 3 times? Because I got to feel like Eric Armstead's not leaving. So you got Davenport over there on the edge. You got Butler and Armstead in the middle, and whomever's playing the nose. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, man. That's something that I would love to see.
God. But pad level.
Damn.
They got to keep that pad level down. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Well, all right, Ronbo, I gotta go. I gotta do something.
All right. Appreciate you calling in too, Dino. Dino, right?
No problem.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. I got the wrong name here. Anyway.
Hello?
Wait. Anyway,
Yeah.
we'll see you tomorrow, fam. Have a good night.
All right, fam.
I'll be right back. All right.
You too.
You too. All right. Let's go to Dino. What's up, Dino?
What up, Ronbo?
Yeah, Dino, man. We're sitting back here looking at the cornerback situation and anything else you want to look at, because that cornerback situation is becoming very worrisome.
Yeah, it is. Go. What's up with CJ?
CJ
Beathard.
Oh, Beathard.
He coming back next year, or
yeah.
or what?
He's coming back for the next 2 years. CJ, that was Kyle's project, and I think Kyle meant to keep him as a project to start with. It was Brian Hoyer was supposed to do a better job. CJ wasn't supposed to be made to snap into duty so quick. He was supposed to get groomed for a year, but Brian Hoyer got killed, and
Hey man, when I found out when they first said 49ers signed Hoyer, because I first remember when Cap opted out, we didn't have no quarterback.
Yeah.
So everybody was going. So when it was like you signing what's his face, Hoyer, I threw my hands in the air saying, "Oh man!" Like I didn't have no faith in him from the get go, but I knew that it was short term, so I didn't get too worried about it. But I like Beathard, man. I think he got one win for us. You know what I'm saying? But he was his first year though, and you know how complex that system is.
Oh yeah.
So you know it was asking a lot for him when he came in. It was asking a lot out of him, but I still be hearing everybody, man, talk about this receivers and all this stuff, man. And I'm just trying to tell her. I said, man, look, hey, Kendrick Bourne, I start watching him, right, and I'm like, hey, what happened to number 6? What happened to number 6 that we had in the beginning of the year? Because I remember he was born, and I found out that he switched his number. That Kendrick Bourne was number 6.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I was like, dang, he been balling since the beginning of the season.
I know.
He gonna be a beast, man. I'm telling everybody, man. Kendrick Bourne gonna be a beast.
I agree.
If we was to let him go or just let him walk or something like that, I think we'd be like later on, we'd be like, dang, we shouldn't have let him go.
Now he ain't leaving. But Kendrick proved himself last season. Kendrick Bourne, every time he got in the game, he always made sure that you knew he was in the game. Kendrick had a reception every game he went into. Coming down the stretch.
Man, I was watching some old film on when we was playing Kansas City. And man, he made like 2 grabs that just impressed me. One of them was a touchdown.
I know, and it snapped over the top of that dude's head.
I was like, this dude.
Yeah, he's good. Kendrick's gonna be better too. That was his first year. Just like you mentioned, CJ. CJ was a rookie who had to get used to NFL speed, and he just needs time for that. And I see him improving by next year, actually. So yeah,
man, you know, and Trent Taylor, man, he kind of remind me like a Wes Welker type of dude. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
He's not real big, but he fast,
quick,
and he catch the ball. So I'm just like, man, for all them receptions that you got to be spread it out. You know what I'm saying? Between Garcon and between Kendrick, between Trent Taylor, between Uzek. You know what I'm saying? And then everybody. It's all this number 1 receiver talk. It's just like everybody. I think everybody just so used to a Super Bowl team having a number 1 receiver.
Okay, Dino, you know what? That's the thing where people are confused. When is the last time a Super Bowl winning team had a super number 1 receiver?
Yeah.
It is not about that, and that's why Kyle Shanahan, he's looked into all these matters. Kyle says, I'm going to spread the ball around. Ain't nobody going to know where that ball's going. You got a number 1 receiver, everybody knows he's the guy. Now, you could use that against everybody, though, too. Because you put that number 1 receiver out there that, as everybody knows, but you have to establish him as the number 1 receiver. That means you have to throw it to him a lot, right? Now, you got him for a decoy, if nothing else. It could work that way. But as far as Julio being a guy, and it didn't help him, I saw Sanu do just as good a job. So, yeah. Kyle doesn't go by that.
Then what I noticed, too, is just like, you see when Garoppolo, his first start was, I think it was Chicago.
Yeah.
He came in and we won the game, but it was all by field goals. But you could see the offense forming like that game. We didn't score no touchdown, but you could see like the improvements that we made. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then the next game after that, it was just like start clicking
better.
And that's why everybody talking about number 1 receiver. I'm just like, yeah, I'm like, number 1 receiver is cool if we could get one, and I'm all for it and all that, but the chemistry is more important than anything. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
And so if we was to add somebody in, that could take away from the chemistry. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They're already building. So, I just think we good as is. As far as I just think we need that edge rusher. You know what I'm saying? I don't know when Lynch coming back or not, but he looking good to me still. I would still get him if we could, but I just think that we should just keep the tradition going. At like as last year, man, just build through the draft, because these rookies impress me from both sides of the ball, from Witherspoon and Colbert and Foster, even
that's what I was going to ask you about. What position you got on the cornerback situation?
The corner, man. I say, man, back in the day we had Justin Smith and Alden Smith, the Smith brothers. So why not get Denzel Ward and had the Ward brothers?
I hadn't thought about
Jimmy
that.
Ward and Denzel.
And also, in that case, you got the Ward brothers back there. You might as well go ahead and get Orlando Brown and have the Brown brothers up in front as well. That'd be hilarious, right?
Hey, man. Hey, that would be cool, too.
We got to go, Dino. Dino, I tell you what I'm going to do, Dino. Let me, Monday nights on Raw, get on back and check in, all right?
All right, Ronbo. Holla at you later, Ronbo.
Yo, bro. Talk to you later. All right, and let's go to. I said Bishop is ready. Bishop!
What up?
Yeah, Bishop, you in the house now? You guys okay?
Yeah.
Well, Bishop, as I say, man, as I was asking you before you had to take off there, the cornerback situation, because you know what? I got to tell you, Bishop, I wasn't on this wagon earlier, but I do now realize we can address just about every position and successfully, but the cornerback situation, it is very strange. What do you do about the corners? Well, one, Akello will be fine, but you and I both know about the other side. So, you know, what up?
Yeah. I mean, they call him Raymond?
Yeah.
Was it Raymond?
Yeah, it's Raymond.
He took the words right out of my mouth, man. He said, I mean, down to the,
Bishop, Bishop, wait a minute, Bishop, can you hear me? Bishop, your voice is really kind of small. You're not on your speakerphone, are you?
Yeah, let me take it off.
Oh, yeah.
All right, can you hear me now?
Oh, that's a little better. All right. Yeah. All right. Go ahead.
Okay, my bad. But yeah, I agree with what Raymond was saying. The caller Raymond. Shout out to him, by the way. Shout out to the whole faithful. But yeah, I mean, we do need to address the edge rusher. That's I think that's second in line. But my thing is Bradley Chubb. He won't be available around that time.
Nope.
And the draft prospects in edge rusher is not looking the best. You know what I'm saying? Like after Bradley Chubb is Bradley Chubb. You might got Arden Key, but Arden Key got off-field issues.
Yeah.
Like you don't take number 9. A number 9. You don't have the number 9 position with a guy who has off-field issues. And then I'm gonna keep it real. You know, Ruben Foster probably messed that up too.
I know.
Future prospect.
Ain't that the truth? If we had any think about it, it's over now. You're right.
Yeah. Then who you got after that? Marcus Davenport. I wouldn't pick him with the number 9 because he got potential, but he need to focus on. He need to work on his technique and a couple of other stuff too. So, you know, I think you got to go cornerback first because that's the number 1. It's either number 1 or number 2. Need, you know, and I can see, you know, us going with Ward or Jackson. And I understand what you're saying. You know, we got to address the edge rusher. It makes it easier for the cornerback. But even if you get an edge rusher, Dante Johnson will still be garbage.
Still out there. I know. All he's got to do is roll out.
I've seen him in person, Rumbo.
I know, man.
At the Texans game.
God.
Rumbo, let me tell you. It's some stuff that you didn't see unless you were there.
Oh, no. Please enlighten us.
If we would have had they could have had, if they would have had a better quarterback than Tom Savage and T.J. Yates, Texans would have won that game because Hopkins, and I know it's Hopkins, but Hopkins was damn near open
all the time,
90% of the time.
And he got him a couple of times. I seen Dante. He put the camera on him when he was running behind. I mean, he was running behind Hopkins most of the time. I said, how does he get behind him? I know he's fast, but don't you know how to take position on him where he can't get past you like that easy? His technique makes no sense. He's supposed to be a pro player.
We needed a Me Too hashtag. We needed a Me Too hashtag for Dante Johnson, man, because he's just been getting assaulted left and right, man. So we don't need that. We need a cornerback. We need a Jackson or Ward. I think any of them would be better. Yeah. If we don't address the cornerback position, because we should have got Marshawn Lattimore. I understand why they didn't.
I know.
You know? But and I'm not saying that because I'm disappointed with Solomon Thomas. I'm satisfied with Solomon Thomas.
And you had to mention his name. Okay.
Yeah, we need to fix that interior too, and he's a better interior D-line than trying to make him a pass rusher.
Yeah.
You know, but bottom line, the cornerback has to be addressed. If we don't pick a cornerback in the first round, then we definitely need to pick him up in the second round. And I suggest Isaiah Oliver out of Colorado.
This is a corner?
Yeah. He's good.
Hey, is he? You know what? I just realized, he and Akello aren't from the same school, are they?
Yeah, they're from the same school.
I was watching. I thought so. All right.
Yeah. And he has I feel like he has a higher ceiling.
How tall is he?
Akello, because he's a round 2 pick or late first round. You know, so
6. Is he over 6?
Yeah, he's 6. I want to say 6'1", 6'2".
Oh, they already know about him then. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they definitely know about him. But, yeah, I say, yeah, you got to address cornerback either first round or second round. And also, man, I don't know if people are aware of this, but, you know, I think you've seen me on Instagram not be for Minkah Fitzpatrick. Like, I don't want us to draft Minkah Fitzpatrick. And Nick Saban said it at the Senior Bowl that his best position would be a safety, not a cornerback. So let's stop all that talk about Minkah Fitzpatrick being a cornerback.
Yeah.
He can get burnt quite a few times. I've seen it. So I just
No, they
want to
made
put
that
it out
clear.
there, Ronbo.
Yeah, they made
There's a lot
that
of people
clear.
been trying to get Minkah on this team.
Yeah.
I don't want him unless we need safety help.
They've already said that. There's another guy in the draft like that too. That's safety /
Derwin James?
Yeah, him too.
Nah, we don't need him. We don't need him. He's not Jalen Ramsey. Neither one of them is Jalen Ramsey. I've seen the film. Jalen Ramsey, he was equally great as a safety as he was a cornerback. Minkah Fitzpatrick, he's a great safety. He's an average cornerback.
Derwin?
At best. Derwin, he doesn't play cornerback position enough, but we need to get a pure cornerback. We need to get either Joshua Jackson, even Denzel Ward with his short ass, or we need to get Minkah. Well, not I said Minkah, or Isaiah Oliver. That's it. That's it. That's the only ones we need to be looking at.
But you know what? It's John Lynch. Now, if they pick up, if Eric Reed doesn't get signed during free agency, put Derwin on your list. I'm telling you, Bishop, I just know John Lynch will go for Derwin.
If they do that, if they
go ahead.
Ronbo, if they do that, they don't know how to assess cornerbacks then. I'm going to say that. I'm going to say that.
No,
they don't know because they passed up on Marshawn.
I have a feeling.
On, what's the guy? Tre'Davious White.
Yeah.
Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Because I tell you, man, there's a mistake made every year, and it's usually this position too. We could have Peters. Yeah. We could have Lattimore. See, this is the thing. Exactly. We keep doing that. I don't know, you know. We'll see, Bishop. This is strike 3. So.
Yeah. And if Bradley Chubb is available, get Bradley Chubb. I would take Bradley Chubb. If he was available at number 9, I would get Bradley Chubb. I just want to throw that out there. Yeah. I'm not against the edge rusher. Yeah. But since he won't be available, and I don't see any edge rusher worth taking at 9, get cornerback. Don't get offensive linemen. It's not going to fit the zone scheme. Let's stop reaching.
I know.
Okay.
I know. And people are going to be awfully bothered, too. I know. There's going to be a lot of disappointed people about that. I don't think the 49ers are going to go up for an offensive lineman. Not really. I really don't.
Yeah. And also, let me just say this one thing, and then I'll go. I know you like receivers, Ronbo. I think a sleeper pick would be DJ Chark out of LSU.
Yeah.
He's like 6'3", 6'2".
Yeah.
He showed out at Senior Bowl, so that could be somebody we could be looking at.
All right. But just to set the record straight, I am one of those few people that's not crazy about going for like everybody says, #1 receiver, because I know Shanahan's not interested in #1 receiver. If Shanahan had his way, he'd have a bunch of #2 receivers, or if they're #1 good, a bunch of #1 receivers. But they need to all know I'm throwing the ball where I find the weakest link in that defense. That's what Shanahan's defense, that's what Shanahan does. He attacks where the team is the weakest. If it's a tight end position, it's going to be a select day. If it's corner, and of course it's going to be Garcon, it's going to have a field day. It's going to be like that all the time with him. It's not about who's #1. That's the way he runs his offense. So
he's a genius, man. He's a genius. So he can pick somebody off the street and build and find their strengths and beat you with that all day.
Exactly. And if you're looking at anything, look at the team we're playing and where are they the weakest? Is it the corner? Is it the slot? Where are they the weakest? Because that's who's going to get the most work that day. That's why you saw Trent Taylor that day against Chicago. Trent owned that dude, 100-yard day. That's Kyle Shanahan football. He wasn't worried about who was on the outside. Exactly. You know? So I was laughing.
Yeah,
so hey, all right.
So yeah, that's all I got to say, Ronbo. Just
all right, bitch.
Need to pick one back. Bottom line.
I think so.
All right, faithful. You know, I'll let you later. And I'll continue talking shit on Instagram. Let's go.
And we look forward to it. Hey, Bishop, talk to you later, fam. Okay. And then, let's go to Tyrone Sims. What's up, Tyrone?
What's up, Ronbo? How you doing, bro?
Oh, man, just sitting back here and trying to look for them answers on that cornerback spot. And, you know, cornerback versus whatever. But cornerback. It's like Raymond has pointed out, put the spotlight on that position because it's the scariest thing now, man. But what are you thinking?
I had a thought where, what if we got your boy Ziggy from Detroit?
Yeah.
Got Edmonds, the linebacker, and put Jimmy Ward back at corner and draft the defensive back in the second round and fill in the other holes later on.
And let him get up to speed and then put Jimmy back
Right.
in a utility. Because that's what Jimmy's going to end up being, a utility man.
Just in case Jimmy gets hurt.
Yeah, because every year he does.
So that'll address our pass rush, and we'll have a seasoned cornerback already there.
Right.
Groom a younger cornerback from the second round, and then we can still add, you know, little different pieces from free agencies or, you know, later in the draft picks.
True.
And it'll cover all our needs immediately. Well, not all of it, but on the defensive side of the ball.
The most scariest parts, yeah, and those are real
we
important.
We can kind of get a little. Say that again, Ronbo?
No, and those are real important, yes.
Because I want a corner too, but I'm like you when it comes to the pass rush.
Yeah.
We didn't have a whole lot of outstanding people when we had, you know, Justin Smith and Alden Smith as far as the cornerback, but that pass rush was very, very important. I don't think we have to have the most excellent cornerback. It'll be nice to get one or have one if we have the opportunity to get one, but I think that pass rush is going to allow us the time to be able to do some things for that backfield, always getting burned all the time if you're under pressure. So I'm thinking Ziggy from Detroit, if we can get him, get that linebacking core tied up with Reuben Foster and old boy from Edmonds, put your boy Ward back at cornerback, and then groom another cornerback in the makings, and, you know, filling the holes from there.
Because you got a safety net. Like you're saying, you pick up that cornerback, you got your safety net in Jimmy Ward, and if the kid comes in preseason and starts showing out, then he moves right into that spot. But everybody needs to know what the plan is. Jimmy needs to know the plan. Everybody needs to know the plan. As soon as we get that kid up to speed, Jimmy, we're going to move you to like several different positions. You'll be playing the slot sometimes. You'll be playing the safety sometimes. It's about keeping everybody fresh.
We got Tart and Cole. We got Tart and Colbert back there, and hopefully we sign Eric Reed back again. But if not, we got Colbert and Tart back there, two physical players. But, you know, Colbert is a ball hawk as well. And then, you know, we just start adding other pieces here and there.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be a rotation.
If possible.
Yeah.
Also, as far as the receiver-wise, I like Taylor Gabriel, man.
He's coming.
I know sometimes my man, what's my man that get hurt sometime? What's the outside receiver?
Marquise Goodwin?
Yeah. When we got Gabriel out there, you just imagine him and Gabriel on the opposite ends with both of them running 4-2.
It's a dream come true.
You got Trent Taylor and them underneath. That's a problem.
Quick.
That
Just
is a
so
problem.
much quicks.
We could pick up, somebody like in a running back, somebody pick up, you know, hopefully your boy come through for the running back. What's your boy name?
Which one? Black? Joe Williams?
Yeah, Joe Williams.
Yeah.
If not, try to get Rashard Penny out of San Diego.
Woo. I do like him. I like Geis, too.
Yeah, Geis is not.
Yeah, you know, because man, there's so many options, and at number 9, you got to pick which one of them do you want to do, because these guys aren't going to get into the second round, though. That's the only thing that's so scary. Maybe Geis gets in the second round.
What's that?
No, I said maybe Geis gets into the second round. I don't see it, but it is possible.
Yeah, I don't see guys get to the second round.
Yeah.
I don't see that. If he does, I think it'll be early second round, but I don't even see him going there.
Yeah, definitely going to be available in the 20s in the second round for sure. So, you know, it's go ahead.
Go ahead, buddy.
No, I was just kidding. If we get lucky and trade up, but that's the only way we're going to get him. I don't think they're going to trade up for him, but go ahead.
Nah. I was just thinking our defense will be brutal with the linebacking core be that. We'll have our pass rusher, and I think that'll release Buckner and them boys. I think Thomas is going to be better next year. I don't know what we're going to do with Armstead. Hopefully he'll be better, but I don't know what they're going to do with him. But I will have a physical defense.
Oh, I want some attitude. I want a mean, crazy man out there, Tyrone. Everybody is, they're a bunch of nice guys, and they're not real vicious.
Have you seen Edmonds? Have you seen Edmonds from Virginia Tech?
Is he crazy?
Oh yeah, he's 6'5", Ronbo.
I know. I saw him.
Linebacker.
I know about his
play
playing.
Linebacker or edge.
Yeah, I know. I know about his playing. I was wondering if he has an attitude. Can he be mean? This is why I like SEC guys for my defense, because I wanted a man that's out there that's got to be contained. I want the coach to have to pull his arm and pull him to the side and calm him down sometimes. We don't have any guy like that. Everybody is kind of nice guys from, the Big 12, Pac-12 and everything.
That would be Arden Key, but I don't think we need that in our life.
Yeah, Arden's got other issues, and he may be a problem. So, it's too bad your best football players have issues off the field. It's so sad. But anyway.
Yeah.
Well,
I just wanted to hit you up, Ronbo. I appreciate your show, man. Appreciate your callers and stuff, man, like that. Just want to hit you up, man. You have a blessed night, man.
You too, and appreciate you calling in. Please don't be a stranger.
All right, brother. You have a good night.
All right. Good night.
All right.
And we're going to. Well, now we're going to LA. 323 is your area code. LA's got how many area codes? Boy, I tell you what. But you're 323. Hello.
Yeah, we got 323, we got 213, 710, 213. Ronbo is Daniel from Los Angeles.
Oh, Daniel's got several of these area codes too.
Daniel,
I get the
feeling.
Daniel,
shout out to everybody in LA County.
Daniel, I get the feeling you're traveling about incognito in LA, and somebody's looking for you with all these phones.
Yeah, you already know, man. We talked about that.
Yeah.
Well, Daniel, I guess Razor couldn't figure that one out, but yeah, man. I was, and we talked about this before. Me and Sheik were talking about this right now on the message board. We were talking about Jimmy Graham, man. What do you think about that?
Graham? Oh, Jimmy? No, there's no way. Isn't Jimmy 32 now?
He's 31. Yeah, he's gonna be 32.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think he'd probably fit the system.
No, I just can't. I'm giving Kittle. More and more time. Kittle's gonna be my what's that guy in Kansas City? Tight end. L-E-C-E. What is Kelsey? Yeah. Kittle's gonna be my Travis Kelce next year. I already can feel it. That dude was coming on at the end of the season. He is bad.
Yeah. Did you see that in Kittle?
Oh, God, yeah. Kittle's got speed. His hands have gotten good since the beginning of the season. And he's just a rookie. I got a feeling Kittle, normally rookies take a little while to develop. Kittle start coming on in the second half of the season. I see him being a real problem next year, probably right from the beginning of the season, because he's got the confidence now. He's got the right quarterback to work with him. Look out for Kittle. So Jimmy Graham can get paid incredible amounts of money somewhere, anywhere, but I don't think I want him in 49ers uniform.
Would you be upset if he was a 49er, though?
Well, no, I'd support him, but I can't say that being a practical move is what I mean, Especially as I say.
I think it'd be great, man. I think it'd be a great pickup.
Yeah, but
I think so, man. That guy could get it done, man. I think he's a guy that we should probably pick up. There's a couple guys that I think that we should pick up. Like me personally, I would sign him. And obviously, you already know this. I would re-sign Gore, and then I would trade for Richie Incognito. And I think that right there in those three pickups, that would make a huge difference. Without disrupting.
Well, you got that worked out.
You know what I'm saying?
But you got that worked out. I want your opinion. You got that worked out. Pick out a cornerback situation for me, because that is the one that's going to be the most difficult. The situation you're pointing out now, those are probably pretty much not going to be that hard to deal with. Because like I say, but the cornerback, this is giving me a headache, man. Well, I mean, what are they going to do?
That's giving me a headache, too. That's right. I don't even know what we're going to do. But I sure as hell don't want Tremaine Johnson. That's for damn sure.
See, we could lose games over there in that corner, man. I'm telling you, this is what worries me. We got to have a cornerback. We really do.
Who do you want? Who's your guy? Who's your main guy? Who do you want? Who do you really want?
I wish I knew. It used to be. Seriously, right. It used to be Tremaine Johnson. Yeah, it used to be Tremaine Johnson, and then I watched Tremaine get lit up by Julio, and then I just realized, Garcon ate him up like had his best game of the year.
Yeah.
So I said, Tremaine cannot be the guy.
Yeah, but I mean that's Julio Jones, man, and then Garcon had a hell of a game that time. So.
Yeah.
Besides that, see, I guess really, we've all been talking about this. We need a pass rusher. and we need a quarterback. We should focus on that. But I still think we should get Jimmy Graham. And I still think we should sign. I swear.
Dan, you're not getting no Jimmy Graham. I'm telling you, man.
Resign Gore. Let's get Jimmy Graham and trade for Richie Incognito. And then as far as the cornerback goes, I mean, that's all up to Razor, right?
Yeah. But I'm telling you right now, some of these Frankie Gore, they're not going to put him in there this year because it's going to take him a roster spot. Frank's going to come back and get that one-day thing to retire as a 49er, I'm pretty sure.
No.
We're rebuilding. Daniel, they're rebuilding. They don't have a roster spot.
He's going to make a difference, and he's going to have a lot of influence.
If the team was already settled, if we were already rebuilt and going to the Super Bowl next year, I guarantee you they put Frankie up there, man. But right now, they're still trying to get there. If Frankie's still around next year, another story. But they still got to get this puzzle figured out. And then you bring in those vets that can, put you over the top of the Super Bowl. Jimmy Graham he's just not better than anything we got on the roster right now. He's got his leg, he's been injured. He didn't even have that good of a year last year with Seattle. You know where he ranked below Kittle? He's about 20 spots on the ranking behind George Kittle. Can you believe that? I can send you the link.
I could believe it, but I think it's the system. Imagine having Jimmy Graham with the system that we have now.
Yeah, but George Kittle looks good in the system.
I like George Kittle, but I like George Kittle. I'm pretty sure he's going to do good, and he's a young player and all that. But Jimmy Graham is a proven player. You know what I'm saying? And I think he could definitely do some damage with this team. But that's just my opinion, I guess.
Graham's a little slow too. I just noticed that he has slowed down. I think the injuries are starting to get to him. Because he's had a knee injury. Didn't he have an Achilles problem? I think he's starting to slow down. Because, Jimmy Graham, you're right. 4 years ago, I'd be right on your train with that. Bring Jimmy Graham, please. Remember he's racing downfield and defensive backs were sprinting hard to keep up with him? See, he's not like that anymore. Remember last year, Eric Reed damn near killed him on that one hit?
Oh, yeah, that's another one. Sign Eric Reed, guys.
Hey,
tell Razor to sign Eric Reed, man. We need Eric Reed back.
I know, man.
I think he's a positive influence in the locker room, and he seems like a good man. He seems like like the ultimate pro. A lot of people didn't agree with him, but you know what? I could respect that. I could respect what Reed did and what Cap did and all that. And, those are the players that I would definitely resign. But I'm still on that Jimmy Graham thing, man. I think we should sign him.
There's no talking you out of that tonight. I can see that right now.
I don't think so, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how many touchdowns he had this year, but I think not many. 7 or 8 or something like that.
He's a little slow. Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but he's a red zone threat, man. I mean, this is. Okay, look, I understand we got away with everything we got away with once Jimmy was here. I understand that, but a red zone threat, man, that's hard to get. You know what I'm saying? Imagine those are extra points that we can have.
We got to go, but listen, I got to tell you about this about that. It's all about scheme. You saw Tom Brady hit a very small Edelman in the touch in end zone just the other way. It's not always about the tallest guy. It's about who runs the best scheme and the best routes. We got to wait. Daniel, let me see tomorrow night. We can pick up where we left off right here, okay? We got a bunch of people waiting. All right?
All right, Ronbo.
All right, Daniel. Have a good night, bro.
All right, you too, man.
All right, Daniel, I tell you, he wants that Jimmy Graham. All right, let's go to... it's Win. We haven't time to win. Hey, Win.
Ronbo, how you doing, sir?
Win doing good. Now, Win, I know the man is brilliant. Win, I know you've got an answer for this cornerback situation that's making me crazy. It's making Raymond crazy out in Virginia. It's making most people, nobody wants to see Dante Johnson manning that position again if we can help it. Yeah. What would we do?
Yeah, Dante, he didn't get the job done. I got a name.
Oh.
A lot of times when we're looking at free agent acquisitions, we need to look back as far as our coaching staff, where they come from, what's the scheme that we're running. So when I look at the scheme, of course, we know it comes from Seattle. We know the Atlanta Falcons run it. We know the Jacksonville Jaguars run it.
Yeah.
We know Robert Saleh comes from Jacksonville. He also got roots in Seattle. So the name that I'm going to submit to you is Aaron Colvin. He's the nickelback for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Free agent.
Legit 6 foot, 195, 200. He comes from Oklahoma. He tore his ACL when he first came out of Oklahoma, and he probably would have been a first-round draft pick. When he tore his ACL, and Jacksonville ended up drafting him in the 4th round. Played nickelback for him the whole season. And and we know that Jacksonville had the best defense in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
And if he didn't have Jalen Ramsey and Boye over there starting, he would have been the starting cornerback. We need to look for guys like that are going to be value pickups, because when we was going in free agency last year, nobody ever would have thought about Goodwin coming to us.
I know, right?
Wasn't even on the radar.
Not
right?
even.
And so Cal, they look at the potential in which they see in guys. So Aaron Colvin from Jacksonville, he's going to be our starting cornerback, in my opinion.
Is he? So he is a free agent right now, huh?
Yes, sir.
Ooh, I bet they know about him
Robert
too.
Saleh already knows him.
Yeah, Win, I think you solved it. I think they will go for him, and just for the strength of that last sentence with that Robert Saleh, I forgot to make that connection.
So that's what I'm saying. It's a scheme fit. We got to go and always follow back to the scheme.
Absolutely.
What were the roots that the coaching staff had and everything? You know what? And like I said, this dude, and we know in today's NFL, when you got a nickel back playing, the nickel is actually going to play about 70-75% of the snaps.
That's right.
So this guy played nickel back for Jacksonville, and he killed it all year long.
If he can play the nickel,
he's a starting cornerback.
If he can play the nickel, he can play anywhere.
He played nickel, but he's big enough. He's big enough where he can play outside.
Well,
He's 6 foot. He's a perfect scheme fit.
Yeah.
And like I said, when Jacksonville fired their coach last year, the guy that they had, he came from Jacksonville. I mean, he came from Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
So for the last 3-4 years or so, Jacksonville's drafting as far as their personnel, it's been to fit that Seattle scheme.
Mm-hmm. I think he's over in San Diego.
Those guys.
I think the guy you're talking about is over in L.A. now with the Chargers, I think we went after him, too. I forgot his name.
I can't think of the guy's name. I see his face, but yeah, of course, we didn't get him. But the thing is, hey, it's the scheme. This guy will fit. He's probably flying underneath the radar. Not many people probably know about him. Mention him in the free agency, but that's going to be our guy. And you know what? And so we know we need a pass rusher. I'm wondering who exactly we're going to get in free agency, because whatever happens in free agency is going to have a big impact upon what we're going to do in the draft, and we all know that. And Ziggy Ansah, as far as him coming from Detroit, Martin Mayhew is in the personnel department, and John Lynch hired him. And he used to be the Detroit Lions general manager, and he's the one that actually drafted Ziggy Ansah. So, we can follow the roots back to him. Who knows more about Ziggy than Martin Mayhew?
That's right. Somebody mentioned that. I've forgotten about that. Somebody mentioned Mayhew. Mayhew knows all about. It's right. I'd forgotten about that. All right.
And and the thing is, we kind of go back and we look even further and dig a little deeper. Martin Mayhew played with John Lynch when he was over when he was in Tampa Bay. So these guys know each other. They got roots with each other. He trusts Martin Mayhew. And he's a former general manager. He knows all about the guy. So they got all their homework done. If the guy isn't franchise tagged, I expect us to make a big offer to him. And if we make a big offer to him, the guy's an athletic freak. He'll fit right into our scheme, into our system. That'll solve the pass rushing problem. Aaron Colvin from Jacksonville will be the starting cornerback. That way, two of the biggest question marks that we have going to the draft will be solved. And then all we got to do is just draft the best available player at 9 or 10, whichever one we get.
Ooh, when have you thought about who would be the best? That would be Roquan, don't you? I have a feeling Roquan, I think they're right. I think Roquan will drop to 9. If the Raiders win the toss, Roquan's gone to Oakland. Who would be there at number 10 for the 49ers?
Have you seen that linebacker from Virginia Tech?
Yeah, I know. Everybody's talking about him. Tremaine Edmonds. Yeah.
To me, I would hope that he would be available. Because, one of the things, I go back to kind of scheme fit, and I look and see how does Seattle build their team? How did Jacksonville build their team?
Insane.
And look here, Seattle got them two monsters over there, linebacker, KJ Wright and Bobby Wagner.
Yeah.
Guys 6'3", those guys 6'3", 6'4", 240. run 4-5. Sound like Tremaine Edwards to me. So I mean, you know, these guys, you know, they know exactly what they need as far as a scheme fit and everything. But you know, and I hear a lot of people in the Empire will want the number one wide receiver. I'm like you. I just don't see where Shanahan feels like he needs a number one receiver.
He's not going to do it.
Think about it. We scored 40-some points against the number one defense in the NFL.
And even Garcon
is our best wide receiver.
And even Garcon wasn't even there. It would have been a bloodbath had he been there. So that's why I say, you know, everybody's worried about that number one wide receiver. Get over that number one wide receiver. 49ers are not interested. Yeah. No divas.
See, because I'm like you, Cal's going to be able to scheme and get us points.
Yeah.
He's going to be able to scheme and get us points. If we can get Pierre Garcon back, I'm telling you, here's another name just kind of throw out there. I'm not saying pay him a whole bunch of money or anything, but we're talking about a big red zone target. Terrell Pryor.
Yeah, I know
from the Washington Redskins.
Dre was talking about him earlier.
Look here. Yeah, Terrell, look here. He's going to be a perfect target for us because he had a down year. He's not going to get a big contract. He may get a contract somewhere like Marquise Goodwin got, like 2 years, $6 million, $8 million.
Yeah.
6'4", 6'5", 220 pounds, red zone target. Look here, and I'm throw another name out there for you. It's not going to be a name that people get all hyped up about. But a kid named Jordan Matthews, wide receiver from Buffalo.
Yeah.
6'3", great route runner and everything. You know, I mean, he ran about a 4.5 when he came out of Vanderbilt at the combine. 4.48, 4.45. So he's got good enough speed. I mean, he's not the guy that's going to blaze and take the top roof off the top of the defense or anything. But we got Marquise Goodwin to do that.
Yeah.
So we can use another size 6'3", 6'4" receiver, but it's not going to be where we're going to go out and spend a bunch of money on the guy.
Yeah.
It's going to be one of them bargain basement deals.
Yeah.
So look for a guy like Terrell Pryor, Jordan Matthews at wide receiver, Aaron Colvin, cornerback from Jacksonville, and Ziggy Ansah will be our pass rusher.
There you
Now,
go.
if we can't get Ansah, then I want that
Tremaine Edmonds.
the offensive line
offensive lineman.
How about that offensive lineman from Carolina, the one that plays guard?
Norwell, yeah. When we got to stop there, though. And I hope you get some time tomorrow. We're looking for you if you get a chance, okay?
All right. Hey, I'll make sure I get back at you, Ronbo. I just want to make sure I put my 2 cents in. Okay?
And it's appreciated, too. Win, always love to hear from you. All right? All right, Win.
Okay.
Have a good night.
God bless you. Go Niners.
Thanks, Win. And let's go. Hey, Chris.
What's up, Ronbo?
Chris, man, it's like I just found out who the cornerback's going to be, man. A guy out of Jacksonville, a guy that covered nickels last season that knows the system. I bet you that's right, too. But would love to hear your solution to the cornerback. I mean, Chris is serious, man. We got to find somebody to take Dante Johnson off of that corner.
Right. And depth, too, man. We still need depth in that position, too.
And depth, exactly. Because if somebody gets hurt, Dante comes running back in if he's still with us. Although, you know, you wonder if they're going to re-sign Dante. Because he know
after that blowout against the Texans, slim to none, man. I don't think so.
Benched him. Sit down, Dante, please. Just sit down. You're going to coach. He must have been crazy angry. But, you know, they just made him sound like, well, we didn't. No, we pulled Dante out because we thought he just needed a little rest and break and think about it. No, you didn't. You did because Dante was getting fried. Oh, man. Oh.
Yeah. Hey, man, you still think the Rams are going to tag Donald?
Who?
Aaron Donald?
Aaron Donald?
Defensive tackle? Yeah, you think they're still going to tag him or they're going to tag Jermaine Johnson?
I have to hit you with the same question. Which one would you tag?
If I was the Rams GM?
Yeah.
Ah, man.
I would not hesitate. I would not hesitate to tag Aaron Donald. Tremaine Johnson was on my list of people I'd like to get in the offseason. And then I watched Julio just use him, something like what Dante got beat up. I said, man, I'm disappointed. I mean, I don't mind you getting beat, but Tremaine, He's just like mopping the floors with you, though. I don't like to see that, though. You need to put up a little bit of a battle. So I'm done with Tremaine.
Yeah.
And, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'd tag Aaron Donald.
Yeah, I will too. But because the thing is in the draft, I mean, we have promises, but there's no guarantee, you know. But
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of options in the draft.
No.
That you could address the position.
That's true. I always worry about the draft, though. Does their skills translate to the NFL? Some do, but the biggest percentage of them, they just don't do well, or it takes the first year. So we'll see, I guess. I'd say kid over a minute.
But I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, I know I've been hearing everybody like, oh, you know, I'll take Ward, or I'll take Josh Johnson or whatever, but Jackson, I mean. But I don't know, man. I'm still all on the O-line, man. I still want to just that O-line. I don't know.
Okay, hey, but Chris,
I'm not happy with that.
Before you get into this, Chris, so I just want to know, now you know Trent Brown was missing off the offensive line, right? How many times did you see Jimmy look like he was in any trouble?
Well, not really, man, because his release, man.
So this is why there's going to be some improvements on the offensive line just from being together a lot longer. You got Trent Brown coming back.
Yeah.
You got possibly, and I don't know what to expect from Joshua Garnett. You've got Eric Magnuson. I think some of those guys are probably as good as anybody you're going to draft, and from another team, unless you're taking the team's best offensive line. I wonder if the 49ers are going to really be hardcore trying to find offensive linemen. They might see one or two that, I understand they're talking to one big kid from Stanford. Because you get these little notes from the kids that look talking and do at the Senior Bowl. But I forget which school he's from, but he could be interesting. But I don't think they're going to go wild for offensive linemen because Jimmy Graham. Now, Daniel, see what you did now? I'm thinking Jimmy Graham. Jimmy Garoppolo was not in that big of trouble this during the season, and actually they got better and better. But like you say, it's because of Jimmy's quick release that made the offensive line look better. But I think they can.
No, I think I should explain myself a little bit better. No, I was thinking about maybe like in the third, fourth round.
Yeah, well, they might do that. I mean, they might do that anyway.
Yeah, just
because you got two
better
picks
than the later rounds.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're going. They're drafting a running back. I'm pretty sure.
Why does everybody?
I'm pretty sure they're gonna.
Really? But why do you think so?
The reason why is because I just don't see Hyde coming back, man. I mean, I love the dude. Don't get me wrong. I love him, but
I get that. But you got three other guys. Well, actually, you only got two other guys. You know what? I forgot about. We cut all the running backs last year, so you might be right. If Hyde doesn't stay, they've only got two. Mostert doesn't count. That's three.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, guys. Guys is in the first round. We were talking about him earlier, and then some other guys, and of course you got Rashard Penny. You know what? It could be interesting to see who they pick up. So because they like competition in camp. So
I have a feeling they're picking up Penny. I don't know. I just have that feeling.
Could be.
He fits the scheme well. So
yeah, so that's
if he falls in the late second round, I'm pretty sure the Niners are going to jump into that.
Well, you would think so, right? But Kyle and Bobby Turner, they're really arrogant when it comes to, we can turn any running back into a star. We ain't picking him up in no second round. We'll pick up a fourth round running back and he'll be all pro next year. You see, Joe Williams, he may have been an all pro this year, but they didn't know he had bad hands. He could be the guy this year though. They may be banking on him. I don't know. It's hard to know.
Yeah, they probably are banking, but I mean, in my opinion, the biggest need that we have is the edge rusher. That's the biggest. Need. Obviously cornerback. But
we agree. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I need like you were talking about earlier. Like I want a nasty dude up there, man. Like I'll do that. They got to break through everybody, man.
I want them to have to calm him down. Yeah, give me, man. They have to calm him down between plays because he gets a little too crazy. I like that, man.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Bradley Chubb is out of the picture, man. That's just going on third overall somewhere.
Yes. But Chris, we're going to see you tomorrow, Chris. Monday Night Raw, man, if you get some time, all right?
All right, guy.
All right,
fam. Man.
Yeah. Sucks, man. I got to tell you. Is it Daniel? It's Daniel part 2. Watch it be Daniel on another phone. It better.
Ronbo, what's up?
I know it's another.
No, definitely not. I'm not. No, I'm not to be confused with the dude that wants Jimmy Graham. No way.
See, Daniel Serrano. See, I told you, man. Jimmy Graham is not something you should be like spending your money on, especially with this contract as big as it is, and George Kittle running circles around him. I feel better now. I thought
I mean, honestly, if we were going to target a tight end in the free agency, and I'm not saying we even need to,
Yeah.
I would rather target Tyler Eifert.
Yeah. Ooh, is he a free agent now?
He's injury prone. That's probably the worst about him, but he's still a big red zone target. We could probably get him cheap, but I really don't think we need a tight end to begin with.
Yeah. So we need a cornerback bad, Daniel. The best thing I've heard so far tonight is, other than out of the draft, as far as free agents go, because I'd love to avoid the free agency thing or the draft, is the guy over in Jacksonville who played nickel last year, and I forgot. He comes from the system. He might be the guy because Salah knows him. But what are your ideas on this?
Well, yeah, shout out to the caller that called. I think that was the first time I heard Colvin's name on the show. That's a good call out.
Yeah.
I knew his size. I thought he'd be a pretty solid target. But I had no idea he played nickel corner. I saw his size and I was like, there's no. Yeah, I think it would be a good target though. But I mean, Tremaine Johnson. He could be a good candidate for like a bounce back year. I mean, you look at the previous 2 years before this year, he was actually a pretty solid corner. But
he was.
I don't know.
He sort of maybe he's mad about his money or something, because he doesn't look the same as you're right. He doesn't look the same as he did 2 years ago with all them INTs and everything. It's just not the same Tremaine Johnson.
Nah, and then I think another Patrick Robinson's also going to be a free agent this year. He was definitely probably a top 5 cornerback this year, but you look at the rest of his career, I don't know where it came from.
I know these
like
guys.
I don't know I think he's like 31 or 32.
Yeah.
But I think the dude from Indianapolis, Rashawn Melvin, could be a solid target, I think.
I didn't pay much attention to him because he's the reason why they got rid of their other premier cornerback, isn't it? Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about now. I didn't really pay a lot of attention to him though. But yeah.
I think he was in New England for a little bit and then went to Indianapolis. I think he could be a pretty solid target though. But I mean, the corner, as far as our number one need, it's definitely edge rusher for sure.
Yeah.
If we get our Leo pass rusher, that's what's going to take our defense to the next level.
I'll be so happy.
I mean, I don't know who we're going to target to Piazza, but I think DeMarcus Lawrence, if he hits the free agency, which I don't think is going to happen, but if he does, that should definitely be our number one target.
Absolutely. So yeah, that remains to be a problem as well. Go back to those days when we had Ahmad Brooks coming off of one side, Aldon Smith coming off the other, Justin Smith next to him, Ray McDonald. Oh man, we were just tough, man. So anyway,
and then I mean, as far as the draft goes, it's one of my, it's probably not going to happen, but I keep thinking about it, and I'm in love with the idea of it. If this is what our free agency looked like, if we sign Andrew Norwell and draft Quentin Nelson, our offensive line would be so much better.
Probably.
If we got those two guys this offseason, it could definitely happen. I mean, if Bradley Chubb falls to us at 9, I would probably take. Definitely take Chubb, but it's probably not going to happen. But I think Quentin Nelson's my number 2.
Yeah.
If he's there, I think I'm taking him. Or I'm trading down.
You've heard about Quentin Nelson, though, and the complaint about Quentin is that he might not be built for Kyle Shanahan's offensive system. You heard about that? What are your feelings on that?
I did not hear about that. I mean, I'll have to look into that. I've not heard that, but
yeah, he's thought of as a.
He looks like one of the best offensive guards in a while.
Yeah, he's got. You know what? They've got to have offensive guys that can move in space, go out and hit spots, take a man out. That requires a certain amount of athleticism. I don't know that he lacks that or not, but that's what I heard the problem with him probably being. He's a straight ahead, kill the guy in front of me kind of a guy, and there's no way he's going to get away. He is great at that, from what I understand. So we're going to wait on that, or we'll see on that, because they might still pick him. He was on the list at one point as a 49ers pick, too. So. Anyway, so Daniel.
I mean, yeah, we'll see.
All right. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What else you want to add?
No.
Mm-hmm.
I was just gonna say, because I mean, the only if you're looking at the guard, you know, if we don't get either of those two, I definitely think we need to get something in the offensive line. And you know, if we don't get Norwell, like Justin Pugh is available. There's not that many other guards available that I'm, you know, that excited for. I would definitely want to get at least one of those two.
Be nice, and you need some depth, some quality depth, or a starter anyway. So. Yeah, I've got no problem against bringing these people in. They let them compete. Like last year, we had Zuda. Everybody was all excited. Oh, we got a guy that was an alternate to the Pro Bowl. And Daniel Kilgore sent him home. So what? I thought he was supposed to be good. So I don't really think anybody's going to move Kilgore out of that center position this year. But bringing people in check C might be a good idea. But, you know, Jimmy likes Daniel. So yeah, I don't know. I think that's probably going to stay.
I mean, last point I'll make is as far as corners, Josh Jackson and Denzel Ward, you know, they're probably the top two. Honestly, I don't know who I'm going to put because Josh Jackson, he's definitely got better ball skills. I think he was a converted wide receiver from Iowa. He looks good, but you know, his feet don't look that smooth. Whereas Denzel Ward, he looks like a true corner.
Yeah.
But I think either one or two of the callers before me, Isaiah Oliver, I'm really big on from Colorado. I would definitely not mind seeing him brought in.
Boy, the Washington Colorado connection, man. Him and Akello coming off that edge at the same time, man. I kind of like that. 6'1", 6'2". He's tall too. I like that. All right.
Yeah. This year is ridiculous. Honestly, I don't remember this year in a while where we have so many needs and there's so much talent all across the board.
Yeah.
Everyone's divided. It's crazy.
Yeah, I tell you. All right. Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'll look for you, Daniel. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you later.
You got it, Ronbo.
All right, bro. And tonight's GM has something to say. A razor.
I'm back.
He's back here today. Watch Razor tell you, please don't forget to vote before you leave. Go ahead, Razor.
I called again because I want to say thank you to you and Ronbo Incorporated, Ronbo and the staff.
Yeah.
Thank you. I didn't get to watch the video yet, but I watched a little bit of it, and you guys did a good job with like putting the names up. I like that.
Yeah, I see. That's why I told you I have that information. We had it with a surround Razor and make him look really seriously pro. So yeah.
I appreciate that, Ronbo.
Hey,
and,
glad you like that. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. And I got in real quick when it started, and I heard Sean the Jeweler. I appreciate that. I wasn't aware. I had a hater, but Chris Schultz, how about you call in? Let's see what you got.
Yeah.
I think you went a little overboard, but it's all good.
Yeah, I try to warn people about Chris Schultz. Chris Schultz loves the 49ers, but he gets a little emotionally carried away, and he can be very disrespectful. So when you guys see Chris Schultz, please don't have any respect for him.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because he's not gonna have any respect for you. So you know.
Shit, I know he hated me so bad. I don't know why I did to him.
No, really. I'm trying to tell you, Razor, he talks to everybody like that. Don't feel bad. He's not singling you out. That's the way he talks.
I don't let it faze me, but thank you, Sean. Appreciate that. And,
yeah, he hates Ziggy. I know. Get a note. He hates Ziggy with such a passion. He and I have arguments about Ziggy. And even after that, dude, I am off Ziggy's wagon. I understand about his situation. But where are you going to get a guy off the edge? He likes Michael Bennett. Michael Bennett's 32 years old.
Hell? Michael
Bennett's getting ready to leave in a couple of years.
That dude's smoking. All right, yeah. But
yeah, so, you know.
I'm not letting that faze me. But yeah, I just want to get again and thank you. Appreciate that. Had a lot of fun. And I didn't get to mention if I was joining another club or if I'm making my own.
Yeah.
But yeah, so.
Yeah, because NWO wants you, man. So there you go.
Yeah, I appreciate it, but I'm gonna have to make my own. I got some recruits I want to make an offer to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call it the Hit Squad.
But we still like the Razor's Edge. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, but I don't think people want to join if it's just about me. I want to make it about everybody. Call it the Hit Squad.
I'm getting a note here. So Kenny has a question. Where's Kenny's question? Kenny. Oh, that's right. Kenny had a question. That's right. Kenny had a question he wanted to ask earlier. from Seattle about an offensive coordinator. Were you interested in an offensive coordinator?
In the beginning of the season, I was, but once we got Jimmy, Kyle had it down, so not anymore. But I don't mind bringing in other offensive minds to help Kyle, but I think Kyle got it down.
Yeah. See, that's my feeling. You can bring that guy in, let him do all the leg work, all the grunt work, everything else. When it comes to play time, I don't want anybody up there but the Master Jedi calling plays. That's my thinking. You know.
Yeah, Kyle will dice you up.
Oh.
He just needed the right tools, but yeah, I wouldn't bring in another coordinator. I think we're good, but I would bring in more offensive minds though.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that because and go back and forth. And it may stimulate Kyle to even go beyond his own edge, and that's really high. Or guys are coming in and bore him. That's why I think Kubiak would be the only guy that could sit in a room with Kyle and actually deal with him and not bore him. So, or Belichick, you know. But Kyle's mind is up there, man. You gotta, that dude. Who's another offensive mind in the NFL that you think of you really respect? Adam Gase.
Adam Gase is very underrated. Who else? I like Sean McVay. I like.
Oh yeah, his boy Sean.
I like Kubiak. Andy Reid does a really good job of calling plays, but sometimes he chokes in the playoffs.
Yeah, Andy Reid needs to expand. And when you have when you have Hunt, why was Kareem Hunt sitting down so much in the second half? He does questionable things too.
He's very good in the regular, but he chokes in the preseason. But he is still a very good offensive mind.
Yeah, that's true though. So.
But yeah, and real quick, so I'm getting a group together. I'm gonna call it the Hit Squad, and I'm gonna invite some people real quick, see if they want to join. I'm gonna invite Kenny.
All right.
Go Hard if you want.
Yeah.
Go Hard has some really good points.
And you and Go Hard together would be hilarious, because you and Go Hard had a few moments, and then now you guys are cool.
me and him are pretty much on the same page besides Hyde, but I think he kind of moved on past Hyde.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I want Kenny, Go Hard, and the Niners have an OW, and I want the UW, the Ultimate Warrior.
Warrior is fun, ain't he?
and Sean, if you're not part of that crew no more, I want Sean the Jeweler. So let me know.
I think Sean's alliance with Jack is. I think they broke that alliance up.
Yeah, I think they broke up. But I'll take them both because Jack has very good points and he's very loud.
There you go. If loud is a feature you're looking for, Jack is definitely the guy. Everybody, Jack in the house. Yep. Everybody stop talking. I'm good. He's like, dude, stop what you're doing because I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to. All right, Jack, man, we start calling you Humpty? God.
Yeah, so I want Kenny, Sean the Jeweler, Go Hard, and the Ultimate Warrior. Let me know.
Yeah, I like
that. Take over this whole thing.
All right, there you go. Razor's reaching out, recruiting, because as TNT is still having issues, they haven't come to an agreement yet, so Razor's forming his own alliance. I love it. All right.
Well, thank you, Ronbo. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, Phil.
Hit that like, hit that share. Ronbo is the greatest to ever do it. Please show respect on his comments. No racist, nothing. We're all one. We're all the faithful.
There you go. Hey, Razor. Have a good night, bro. See you on Monday Night Raw. All right, Razor.
All right. See ya.
And we go now. Oh, well, it's a big show. It's a big show on tonight's show.
I'm about to ruin the style that you're used to here pretty quick.
It's one of my favorite all-time tunes.
You know what the number one position that is being talked about in this year's draft, Ronbo?
But I know you're going to tell me. No.
It's quarterback. Which means that this year is not a good year for defense. Nobody stands out on defense in this year's draft, which is why nobody's talking about any of those positions that we're so focused on. And that's kind of a red flag for me right there as far as picking defense in the first round. especially cornerback.
Okay, but you know what? Before you go into that, and well, somewhere during the course of this conversation, though, do address the cornerback situation, though, Show, because I'm telling you, man, it's scary.
Oh, I know. I'd rather address our quarterback situation in free agency than the draft. Because guys like Aaron Rodgers, who we're going to be playing this coming season, even Derek Carr, whoever Minnesota's quarterback is going to be, and throw the ball towards rookie cornerbacks, and whatever weakness those rookie cornerbacks have, they're going to find out through the film and expose that on game day, and then receivers are going to have field days. You know, so that's kind of why that's something I got to keep in mind about selecting a cornerback in the first round. Especially guys like Josh Jackson. I think somebody said that Josh Jackson is a little bit slow, and so that's something you got to be concerned about too, right there, is when we select somebody like that in the first round, you know. And some other caller brought Prince Amukamara up earlier, and I actually looked him up on Pro Football Focus, and he is averaged a lot higher than Tremaine Johnson. He's a 82.1, and above average as far as that position, cornerback position goes, and Tremaine Johnson is a 79.1. So obviously, Prince Amukamara is a better cornerback than Tremaine Johnson. A lot cheaper, and he also played with Sala in Jacksonville.
Oh, that's right. That is where he came from. That's right. All right.
He has familiarity with Sala's scheme, so I think he would be the most perfect fit at that position. And with that score, when I looked at that score, I was like, So I did a little bit more research and found out he played with Jacksonville for about 3 years, right after the Giants cut him. When they drafted him, I think Jacksonville was his second team, And he played on the Giants. He played on the Giants Super Bowl winning team when we lost to them in 2012. I think it was, or not 2012, but whatever. When did we play the Giants in the NFC Championship game?
It's been 3 years. 2013, 2012, 2020. Yeah, it was Harbaugh's first. Yeah, 2012. Yeah, because the next year we were in there. As far as the Seahawks playoff,
he was on that Super Bowl winning team right there. So that's kind of the quarterback I would go after in free agency.
All right.
And my final point is this: when we brought Jimmy Garoppolo on, that's a huge indication right there of what we're going to be doing in the draft. We're going to be building talent around him and picking offensive weapons to build around or to surround Jimmy Garoppolo with. That's
all right, Show, because we're going to run out of time here in a minute. But listen, what do you want in the first round? Because this is what I'm dying to hear. You're building toward this climax. I already know. Show, what is going to be your first round? Show likes to baste you in these juices first, and then all of a sudden he sticks you with a knife and cuts you up. All right, Joe, who is it in the first round?
It's gonna be Cortland Sutton. We're gonna be signing Martavis Bryant in free agency.
Didn't I tell you? And Martavis Bryant. So I just Sutton doesn't. That's not so worrisome. But here's the thing: you know that Martavis has issues, and you know how John Lynch hates mental issues. Why do you think he's going to be there? I don't understand.
All it takes is a change of scenery for a player to change. Believe it or not.
Yeah,
California's a whole different market from the East Coast. It's more laid back. It's more relaxed. It's very chill out here, you know. And John Lynch can talk some sense into guys like that.
I think they should take you to the airport and you meet him and you talk some sense into him. Because I got to tell you right now, Martavis is DIVA to the bone. I'm telling you right now, he'd be a big problem within that system. Oh, I don't know why you like that kind of receiver. You keep picking out these guys that are going to come in. They're going to be like throwing.
Razor signed him too. So
I don't know.
Razor.
I need to talk to him.
The choir when you.
You know what? Okay.
Martavis.
All right.
In a trade.
Oh God, I just don't see it. But anyway, I understand it. I'd like to see, and you know what, if Martavis wasn't a head case, I would think it was a good idea, but I don't see him mixing. It's like throwing oil into water with Martavis and Kyle Shanahan and the rest of the guys. He's just, anyway. He's a good player, though.
Like I said, Ronbo, all it takes is a change of scenery, just change of player.
Could
Look
be.
at Randy Moss, for example.
Yeah. All right, so I'll tell you what, I'm looking at you tomorrow and bring some more of that good stuff that you do.
For sure. Definitely. All right,
Love
y'all
the
have a
show.
good night.
All right, Joe. He doesn't give up, though. I have to give it a show. He sticks to his guns. He is going to continue to go after Martavis Bryant. And may I make one thing clear here? I think Martavis is an awesome talent. What I don't need is him coming in and doing the things he does. It's like, I just don't see him mixing. Anyway, hey, Gus.
Yo, Ronbo, what's going on?
Hey, Gus, man, I'm trying to get a cornerback. I'm trying to collect all the information. I'm trying to see, what do people think we're going to do about the cornerback situation? This is Per Raymond out in Virginia. You going to put Dante Johnson back in the corner, or what are we going to do here?
No, man. I think the draft class is deep at corner. I don't think we need to go Denzel Ward or even Josh Jackson, to be honest with you, even though I like Josh. But I don't think we need to in the first round. You know this better than anybody, Ronbo. I'm all about
the pass rush.
You know what's available to teams, and there's not that many edge rushers that are that are out there that are like Ezekiel Anta in the draft. There's a couple, but there's not a lot of them.
Yeah.
I think they should target whether they're picking at 9 or if they have to go up one spot or two or whatever, But I just think they should target an edge rusher, man, because that feeds off of everything. That makes everybody else better. I think you agree with me on that.
No, absolutely. I tell you, if you've got a terror coming off the sides, it's going to make the interior pass rush that much more effective because they don't have to focus all their energies just on that interior. They got to worry about that wild man coming around the side. So yeah, I know. Oh man.
Because you remember when Carlos Rogers left and when Terrell Brown left, they didn't do nothing when they left the Niners because of that pass rush made them better.
I know we had dudes back there that got big paydays after their contracts. What was that dude that went to Cully? I remember Culver went to Washington, got a big payday, washed out in the first year.
Carlos he didn't do nothing. And then Terrell Brown went to the Raiders. He didn't do nothing.
I tell you, man. So yeah, it's about that rush. It's always about that rush. So
I like that poor man. For some reason he reminds me of like a young DeMarcus Ware, like his athleticism, like the way he flashes. I'm like, man, we get our hands on somebody like that.
Those the worries about the kids coming on the draft is they still have some technique issues that have to be fixed. It's just a matter of how fast. Because when you look at Solomon Thomas, I was looking at Solomon Thomas highlights at Stanford. Solomon was a terrorizing dude, man. But there's some technique he's got to work on. He's not going to be able to work it like he did in Stanford. That he's got to get down. And I don't think he's going to have a problem getting it done. But you got to wait on those guys to develop sometime. That's the only thing that worries me.
I don't think Solomon will ever be an elite edge rusher. I think if he works his butt off and improves, he'll end up being like an undersized 3 technique, defensive tackle, pass rush situations like that, next to Buckner.
Yeah, he's got to be in the interior.
Him being an edge rusher, I don't think so.
No, and they got to stop trying to do that. They were trying to experiment with that all season long. They do anything but embarrass him at the most. He's an interior attacker for sure. So yeah. I agree.
But yeah, what do you think about Davenport? I know you watched him a little bit.
Oh, I was huge Davenport. I got 3. Tremaine. I got the guy from USC. I can't pronounce his name. And I got Marcus Davenport. Yeah, these are all 3 of these guys. Oh man, you get Eli Harold can go and
Wosu, but the problem is the most need is that edge rusher, and I would love Wosu or even Tremaine Edmonds at the stand linebacker.
Yep.
But man, we don't have that edge rusher. We have problems in the playoffs. Quarterback's gonna be burping the baby.
Yeah.
Taking their sweet time there with the football.
This is the thing that bothers me the most. We need a terrorizing guy coming off that line, and then we can talk about a defense. Because hey Gus, how many games did we see the 49ers attacking the quarterback and he still had too much time to throw? And some of those guys didn't have that quick of a release. God.
Man, we made quarterback look like the next, you know,
Everybody
Aaron
was like,
Rodgers out there. We made Bortles look like he was an all-star in the second half of that game against the Jaguars. They
See?
almost let him come back because of that.
right?
You know?
Even Stanton with the Cardinals. Stanton did a number on us. I said, oh, come on, man. How come I watched Stanton last week and they just killed him? Now he's out there getting all kinds of time to throw. He's running away. He's getting away. I said, come on, man. We got to do better than this. Or else we ain't going to.
Like you said a little while ago, let's the edge rusher first, and then we can talk about anything else.
Yeah. You know, I can't get a full unanimous decision on that, though. So, that's why I said today, all right, let's talk about corners. And Raymond's right. Dante Johnson is liable to get re-signed. Boy, I can't imagine that. The 49ers signed Dante Johnson to a 2-year contract. You can hear everybody, you probably hear the echo all over the planet. What? Oh, no! Yeah, I can just hear it, man. Yeah, your neighbors, everybody screaming.
You know what? I think if we were to re-sign Dante Johnson for a year or 2 years, man, there'll be a line of people outside of Niners offices picketing, I don't know, complaining. Nobody would like that.
But you know what? I think he pissed the 49ers off last year anyway, because they know he just can't do it. It's not about anything personal. Dante just cannot handle this scheme. He's just not for him. So, you know.
Yeah. I'll let you get to the rest of these callers, man. Thank you for taking my call, and thanks for everything you do, Ronbo. Go Niners!
Yeah, thank you, Gus. I'll be looking forward to tomorrow, man. All right. Good night.
All right, man.
All right. And is that right? There he is. Nate on skates. Nate, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up, dude? I was just reading something online, basically, about like how bad Thomas was.
How bad? What? Who is?
Solomon Thomas. How bad he was. He was like the most worst rookie of like underachieving.
Well,
the most underachieving rookie of the year. If he's a playmaker, he would find a way to make an impact, but he's not a playmaker.
Okay, Nate, I got.
You know, Reuben Foster jumped right into it. You know, he's electric. And then, you know, Colbert came in. He just first thing he did was laid a hit out on a giant.
Nate,
you know what I mean?
3 weeks, Nate. 3 weeks he was.
That just shows you right there that
Nate,
those guys didn't know what they were drafting.
I know, Nate, but 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 4 weeks he was a Pepsi Player of the Week candidate, though. So you know what I mean? He had some burps. And, you know, but he wasn't 16 weeks of bad football, though.
He sucks.
Nate,
I hate that guy, man.
But, Nate, I want to know, who's your best cornerback candidate? Because that's the place we're really hurting now. But Solomon can be fixed. But the corner is serious.
I keep hearing Fitzpatrick, and then I like to pick Nelson as well, offensive lineman for us there. They think that Chubbs might not fall, but I think that maybe he will. Who knows, man?
To 9 or 10?
This is what happens every year. Okay, we won that game with Blaine. We won all those games with Blaine Gabbert, right?
Yeah.
And we missed out on Von Miller.
What?
Then we won that stupid game. I don't even remember.
Von Miller?
Chip Kelly decided to win that game.
No, you meant
Myles Garrett.
You mean Myles Garrett, not Von Miller? Okay.
No, we did. We missed out on Von Miller as well because we went out on a rampage and won more games that year.
Wait, Von Miller's been in the league for.
Because remember, we could have had a instead of drafting Alden Smith, and I think the Von Miller came out that same year and then you had J.J. Watt, and then we missed out on J.J. Watt. We drafted Alden Smith.
Yeah.
The guy's an alcoholic.
Yeah, but that doesn't have anything to do with Blaine Gabbert. You had me confused there for a minute. But
No, I'm not. I'm not confused. I'm just saying that when we won those games that year.
Yeah, but we were contending.
I mean, it's just we always miss out on this elite pass rusher. It always eludes us, and that's what we need.
Good point.
We need that, and we never get what we need. It's like that's the biggest need, and then we try to jump the gun with Solomon Thomas, expecting him to take all that. No. The guy can't even pass rush properly. I don't know what he's doing. I'm telling you, he's only 6'2", weighs 252 pounds. He sucks.
Yeah,
3 sacks the full year. 3 sacks inconsistent the full year. No playmaking. The guy's he's not an NFL football player in my eyes right now.
He's got.
He was invisible most of the year.
One more year. I think one more year, I think you better be able to better determine whether or not he's going to be able to stay in the NFL. As he came out of Stanford, he was in the quarter system. He wasn't able to join in the OTAs. There's a lot of things that go on at the beginning of the camp that you really need as a rookie. It hurt Joshua Garnett, too, the year before.
Yeah, but you got Myles Garrett, who only played 11 games. He got, I think, 8 sacks. 8 sacks.
Yeah, well,
8 sacks.
He was the premier guy this year. He is who he is. He could have been a lot better than 8 sacks if he'd been able to play. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, he's a beast. Let's just say how it is. You know, we missed out on him.
Mm.
Missed out on a guy like that over a Chip Kelly win.
Yeah.
Stop winning. No.
Now, you know, but Nate, look at all the good guys you got in this draft, though. I mean, look at everybody else. You get one guy you don't like, but look at the rest of the guys. And I don't think that Solomon's finished, but look at the rest of that draft.
Oh, I know. I'm not saying that. I mean, he's electric. Reuben Foster was electric, and me and you both, we agreed that was one guy we were looking at.
Mm-hmm.
I brought up B.J. Calhoun one day, and you haven't heard from that guy ever.
Yeah.
But the thing is that we drafted a guy that shouldn't have even been there.
Yeah.
You know that?
Well, you know what? I got to agree with you on that. I didn't think Solomon Thomas. I thought he raced up the chart because some other guys, something happened to some other guys. What was the situation? Trubisky? What happened? It was Solomon Thomas got raced up.
I mean, like if we would have reached out and just got T.J. Watt, I would have been happy. I was like, man, he's 6'4".
Yeah, he
definitely shows that he has.
He's definitely.
It's just like, oh no, we can't. We got to pick Thomas. Why? Like,
well,
why? Because we have an inefficiency of stopping the run. The guy couldn't even get in there and stop the damn run sometimes.
Well, he did pretty good, and he didn't have a problem with that. He was pretty good with the run. But there was a reason why Solomon Thomas moved up on the chart, and I'm trying to figure out why. How did he move up? There was something else that took place. I got to look into that. Because last year I kept noticing his name kept moving up the chart. Solomon started out around 9 or 10, and then all of a sudden he got up to the number 3 pick in the draft, or number 2 pick in the draft.
Yeah, he was. And then we traded with the Bears. They got Trubisky, of course, and that was everybody. I mean, there was a couple guys I wanted him to. Then we got Jimmy Garoppolo. So what's going on with Kirk Cousins? I hear that he's going to be a free agent, or is he going to stay with the Redskins? What's going on with that situation out in Washington? Do you know anything?
We should cover that tomorrow night because I think he's going to stay with the Washington Redskins myself. But we'll see because they got options out in Washington now because they didn't win that many games. They can get a quarterback. But legit, Nate, let me see tomorrow, Nate. And bring this up.
One more thing. You know, I have a friend who's actually a Redskin fan. He's always saying, "Oh, they're gonna be good with Kirk Cousins." Man, Kirk Cousins is not no Jimmy Garoppolo. I'm gonna tell him that right there.
You should too, because he ain't. He really ain't.
He's something special, man. We got something special. Now we got to build around him. I think offensive lineman, because I don't think there's gonna be an elite defensive player that we can actually pick up.
Yeah.
I just think we need to just solidify that offensive line and just,
roll with offensive.
Give that rock to Jimmy or whoever's going to run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's going to be Carlos Hyde.
I mean, but Nate, let's work on that tomorrow. And I tell you what,
take it easy, man. Go Niners. Have a good night.
Yeah.
All right, take it easy.
All
Bye.
Right, Nate. And let's get Arlington, Texas. Hello. Going back to Houston. Oh, another song, country song. Well, happiness is Texas in my rearview mirror. Hey, who is this from Arlington, Texas? Hello. We're talking to you. 817, your area code. Hello, Texas. Oh,
Yo, what's up, Ronbo?
Hey, there you are. What is your name, fam?
Oh, you don't know me?
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Remember. Think about it.
From Arlington? Wait, is it Lorenzo?
Yes, sir.
Lorenzo, you changed the number. I didn't know who it was.
Latino Heat, man. What you doing?
Latino Heat. Hey, man. I got you down listed somewhere else now.
Man, what you been up to, Ronbo?
We're looking for cornerbacks. We're looking for cornerbacks.
Got even later and you went off stream.
Yeah, you know what?
Everything going on today.
Yeah, that's okay. No, the cornerback is a situation this week that everybody's working. Like we're trying to work on, because otherwise, Lorenzo, you're gonna have to re-sign Dante. I like that candidate coming out of Jacksonville, but he's only one, and we may need to bring in 2 or 3. So what are you thinking?
See, that candidate from Jacksonville would be a perfect fit. One, because he already knows the scheme. You know how I told you probably maybe about a week ago when I told you I like a lot of players that are kind of the players that are ready to put their hand in the ground and just get ready to go.
Yeah.
They've been proven, but they're not so high, but they're still quality players. You know what I mean? So he might be a better fit. Of course, he's a way better fit than that no-name player. You know what I'm saying? He's no name.
Wait.
Or INT player.
Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. What are we done with the 49ers? Well, Lorenzo, who a team?
Yeah. That cornerback, our cornerback, the one that got all the penalties.
Oh, yeah.
The one I told you, no name.
Yeah, no name. Okay.
Remember I told you a while back? I said he don't even got a name. His name is no name.
No, Lorenzo has a real problem with that. Our ex corner. All right. So Lorenzo.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. So Lorenzo, and what else you got on your mind tonight?
I mean, so far what I've been listening to and watching Ready to Talk, I mean, I gotta get up. I give it up to him because he was on point. He was on point with some of the players he wanted to sign. Some of the players he was talking about. I say I'll give it up to him, and because he really went to school on that, and I was like, man, I can't even see myself doing something like that. 'Cause I try to lean on just on what I see. I don't even pick up names. I'm just like, oh, I like that guy. I like that guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, a lot of people do that. It's no big deal. Because you still know what you like. You know who's good, who's not. So yeah, that's the thing. So.
Yeah, but I mean, the offensive line is something that I worry about. I know a lot of people they want to give some people from college, but I think you and I have hit on it. You don't really know what you're gonna get out of college. You might get a good one, then you might get 2 or 3 bad ones.
Yeah, and that happens to everybody every year. We got lucky last year though. I don't think we had any bad picks. We don't know about Peter.
Yeah.
Peter Talmapino didn't play. He's the only one who didn't play though. We don't know anything about him, but everybody else who played did a good job. I mean, for rookies, and some guys did really good jobs, like Akello Witherspoon, and also Ruben, of course, did a great job. George Kittle and Trent Taylor, good grief, that's way better than rookies should look. So next year, I'm expecting these boys to just bust out, just start owning the league. By year 3, they'll be unstoppable. So,
here's my question. You know how we were talking about Joe Williams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's another guy.
Maybe he was hurt, and they didn't want to disclose that to the public. That's why they put him on IR.
Yeah, because they said he had
maybe they were just trying to work on the fumbling issues.
See, that's what I think. They said he went on IR because of an ankle injury. When did he hurt his ankle? In practice? I don't know.
See, that's what worries about me with running backs. The lower legs is the ones you worry about. The knees and the lower legs.
Yeah, because that's the end of their careers if any damage takes place in those areas. But you know what, Lorenzo? I really think they were working on Joe's fumble issues. He says, listen, we're going to shut you down for the whole year. All we're going to do is work on developing your ability to hold on to the ball. Joe, you're a great running back, but if you can't hold on to the ball, what are we going to do? You know? So they didn't cut him. They said, we're just going to do work on these drills all year long. So I don't know what to expect. Joe Williams may come into camp. Lorenzo may not have a fumble one. I already know he can run. We've seen that dude run. Joe Williams can run the ball. Oh, he can run that ball. It's just that if he could not fumble it, that's the thing.
You know what's going to put more doubt in his career is if we go get another running back in the draft.
Good point. Because I think Breda messed his. Lorenzo, you may have just hit it. Breda might have ruined him because Breda came in and smoked him. Remember last year? Who was this dude? Undrafted free agent, Matt Breda.
the only thing that worries me about Brady, maybe something he's gonna work on, is the pass protection.
Yeah, he's got to learn to block.
Pass protection down.
Yeah, he's got to.
I'll be all right. He's the true number one.
Yeah, he's got to work out though and get stronger. He cannot have people just run over him like he ain't there, and because that's going to get Jimmy Garoppolo hurt. So Lorenzo, I tell you what I'm gonna do though, man. I'll be looking for you tomorrow night because I'm getting ready to close shop. And shucks, man, you have a good night, huh?
Yeah, it's cool because you got a new number, didn't you? It's a total.
Oh yeah. I should have mentioned that all during the show. Yeah, we changed the number and PIN numbers. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because every time I would call in, I would have to continue calling in, and then like, okay, it's full.
Yeah.
Like one or two times, I'd be like, it's full, and I'm like, all right, so I'll just wait a couple more minutes, and then I'll call back.
Sorry.
And most of the time, I would put in the PIN, and it wouldn't grab right there, and then you had to try. I even had to like close my the Ronbo app and restart it again, and I was like,
I'm sorry.
Is that what it is? But it's cool now that you got a new.
It was that happens on occasion, and it probably happened in these kind of situations. We don't do this situation where we do back-to-back programs like this like very often, except for during the season. So Lorenzo, sorry about that, man. I'll tell you what, I'm going to announce that more consistently. Tell people call. We got a new phone number. There's a new PIN number. My bad. So
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool because I know because you usually you pick up my number and you're like 817. I'm like, this fool don't know who I am.
And I bet you said it. You said it just like that.
Street on you. I was like, this fool don't know who I am.
Lorenzo, I promise not to do it again, man. I'm looking for you tomorrow, okay?
Nah, man, I'm just messing with you. I like to fool around people.
I'm having it, but fun, man.
All right, man. I'll catch you tomorrow for sure, though.
All right, night. It's Latino. Hey. All right, I'm not gonna get a few questions. We're done here. Let me see. Is there a few questions we're gonna hit here, San Fran fan 30? What do you think of Connor Barwin? There's another player I don't know about. Remember, they said, unless these guys are really flying high and under the spotlight, I'm not going to know who they are in the column, right? Connor Barwin, I don't know who that is. Not a question, but you need to look up Jamar Rashawn's TTG film session on Eric Armstead. Somebody else mentioned that earlier. And they said good things about Eric Armstead, as I remember. But we'll check that out. Brunel Jacobs, what do you think of linebacker Malik? Is that a typo? Should it be Jefferson? Because Jefferson I've never heard of. Anyway, guys, a lot of your college players I haven't learned yet, but I'm picking up because as we get closer to the draft, I'm working on my college boys now, watching as much film as I can, and I'll be able to better answer some of those questions about college players sometime soon. And Cardi Coast says film can't show you a player's focus or drive or character, and this Chris Schultz causing trouble again, guys. Yeah, but get used to Chris. And we can't do anything bad to Chris because Chris is not he's within his rights. As long as he doesn't attack people, become racist or anything like that. So, but you don't have to talk politely to Chris. You can talk back to Chris like he talks to you. It's okay. Let's see. Yeah, I guess we're done here, guys. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I can't believe, it feels like the days just got started, I guess, because we're earlier than usual. But I tell you what, it's fun. And tomorrow night, Red and Gold Radio, if you don't have the app and you're watching from YouTube right now, you don't have the Ronbo Sports app, you need that. We do this Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. It's all 49ers all the time on Ronbo Sports app. 7 p.m. PST. We'll be back on tomorrow night. We'll be doing our simulcast on Facebook as well, as you can come and join us in on that as well. In between now and then, please have a great evening. Niner! Oh, wait, when do we do our razor style? Niners!